Games to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weak soap game, had a game so. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac knees, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac knees.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tail, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the as I make my way. The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Anywhere in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya.
And it is I, Bill Bogard, the evil emperor himself.
Sue's up in here. Shout out to Derek.
What up, Derek?
Bakes in the house.
What's up, Big Bakes?
Shout out to Stranger in the Houday Nation.
Who they?
Let's see. PB and Waivers, what up?
What's good with it?
Yeah, we got to get everyone to move over to the Fantasy Football Funk channel. I'm going to be just shouting that out time and time again. Who knows if, the main channel is ever going to be able to get the memberships and stuff back. So it's going to keep reminding people, go over to the Fantasy Football Funk channel so we can try to get that monetized over there and get the membership badges and all that going.
Yep.
And Devo in the house. What up?
What up, Devo?
Uh-oh. Derek said Jalen Warren just got named the starting RB.
For real?
Where'd you see that, Derek?
That's really annoying.
Yeah, where did you... Because all the news and everything that I see, I'm not seeing that.
Derek don't play.
Let's pull it up. Yeah, I know Derek wouldn't bullshit.
I got a lot of Najee's. This kind of sucks.
Shit. That actually happened last night, I guess, sometime.
Insane.
What was the other controversial this person starting over this person? And it still didn't end up turning into the starting RB getting more work.
Gibbs?
Nah, I'm thinking longer before.
It
was someone this year. I'm trying to think, not a Gibbs, but I swear it's like a situation like this.
That's so funny though that Warren got the job right in our face. In our face.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
the difference is too is I don't really see the thing that sucks is if they flip-flop roles, can Najee produce in less touches? You know what I mean? And can Warren continue to produce as much as he has, but now with more? You know what I mean? Is that, you know what I mean?
I think Mike Tomlin is I don't know. I think he's grasping here. We'll see. It's crazy how bad the Packers are, and they only beat them by 3 points, and the offense for the most part just literally looked like it was stuck in mud the entire time. Is this Najee's fault that the fucking? Najee he was 16 for 82 in a tug. Jalen Warren was 15 for 101 in a tug. This is just hella weird that it comes on a day where they both did really well. Yeah, and it was the matchup. So what does everyone else think about that? That was man, you know what, Tino? That's a good one. I wasn't thinking about that. He said Miles Sanders. I wasn't thinking about the Chuba Miles Sanders because Chuba was Miles Sanders literally showed nothing the entire year. So that was kind of maybe them just they wasted money. I don't know who the hell I'm thinking of, but this is someone definitely within the first 4 or 5 weeks. It wasn't over the last 1 or 2. I'm gonna keep racking my brain here. But yeah, this what does everyone else think about that? Cool, Derek. Yeah, I saw it in a few places. I literally searched Jalen Warren and then a few things popped up about it, and it was saw some from last night. But yeah, what's everyone else think about that? Really, the thing that sucked about their entire fucking offense is their passing game. I mean, the run game, that's actually been somewhat okay.
Yeah, what's the pass attempts been for the last month for a Kenny Pickett? Because I feel like that it's like they just won't let him throw, like, for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you were right when you said he does look like he's like scared out there or something.
Yeah, he's like you know, like I
or whatever.
Yeah, and then I felt stupid asking Ricky, like, you know, like I'm like, I know, like I treat players like I'm talking about players like they're nothing, like he's kind of like a bitch. He's kind of timid, like it's like, yo, is it like, are they afraid to let him?
I mean, if we call someone timid out there, doesn't mean he's a bitch. Like, but it like if you're gonna be like legit scared to throw over 15 yards, like I don't know what other word can we call you besides that?
Yeah, bitchin'.
Yeah, he had 23 attempts. So like, man, this is wild. He's only had 30 attempts one time their bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And their run game has been, I mean, run game's been better than the passing game for sure, but all phases have been trash. How are they 6-3 right now?
Defense got a lot of short fields. Like if I was to like really nitpick, you know, I could be like, okay, in games he actually scored a touchdown. It was either on like one of the earlier opening drives or it was
Who are you talking about? Pickett?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he only has 7 on the year. 8. He has a rushing, but I'm talking about passing. Because he's had a few short fields where like and then he made good work out of it. You know what I mean?
6.
So yeah,
and
7.
4 of those came in the first 3 weeks.
Yep.
That's horrible. Like, I mean, Kenny Pickett's definitely a problem. Their play calling's a problem. Their offensive line is a problem. And I'm not saying Mike Tomlin's a problem, but he better start cleaning some house over there and handling the offense.
Look at what happens to like a team like Buffalo. They fell under 500. They immediately had to address
the OC.
Fire the OC, right? Like the Steelers are winning.
Yeah,
they're winning, and it's like
I'm gonna pull up their games, and we'll look through this, and we'll see how we feel about these dubs. So, I mean, get mollywopped by the Niners on opening day. You barely squeak out a dub versus the Browns. 4-point victory.
Yep.
They beat the Raiders by 5 points. They only scored 23 points against the Raiders.
Yep. There was an Alex Highsman touchdown in there too. So
yeah, Texans boo-booed all over them. Like they beat them just as bad as the Steelers beat them. Even worse, they scored a touchdown versus the Niners. They didn't even score a touchdown versus the Texans. The Ravens, I mean, they only scored 17 points like that. That was a chess match that they just won. They beat the Rams by 7. They lose by 10 to the Jags, and they only put up 10. You beat the Titans by 4. You beat the Packers by 4. Like, I mean, this team's definitely a Fugazi 3-6. You know, like, I mean, it's because of Tomlin that they are 3-6 in that defense.
6-3.
6-3. Yeah, they should be 3-6.
Yeah, for real though. I mean, defense, bro. The defense has been holding it down for them. They scored a few of those tugs to get them in those W's.
3, 4. Damn, there's only been 4 teams that have scored over 20 that have scored 20 points or more out of those 9 games. Also very wild. So yeah, that defense is killer.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 big scores, the only one who put up 30 on them, Niners and Texans. Texans whoop that ass. It'd be crazy if it's that dub that like gets the Texans in and somehow keeps the Steelers out.
Yeah, that is. I mean, they got this. Well, they're 1 game on them. Well, they got the tiebreaker on them, but they got 1 more loss than them.
Right. So they would have to at least even it up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're going to have Peacock tell us about this. Said he got Perryman.
Yep.
Got suspended 3 games for a drug violation.
Is it a drug? I thought it was a. I thought it was.
Okay, no. Okay, no. So he said that first, and then he said 3 games for a helmet to helmet hit.
Yeah, I think it was like the 7th offense this year, or something like that.
Oh, by him? 7?
Yeah, something like that. I was reading.
Damn. Let me see. Here we go. Derek put the actual thing now. It said Texans linebacker Perriman has been suspended by the NFL for 3 games for repeat forcible contact with his helmet against an opponent. I mean, that is good that they're doing that. I didn't see any of the big hits. So I'm not sure how shady, they were. But what was his name? Jackson on Kareem Jackson on Denver. He got suspended, right?
Yep. He had like a bunch of those unnecessary roughness hits.
And he actually knocked 2 people out, like back-to-back games. Like, I didn't see what Perriman did or who he hit. Maybe
he did. That's right. He knocked out Jacoby Myers, then he knocked out Logan Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, both on just like stupid ass, defenseless, like wide receiver, type hits. Yeah. Well, when we and Derek said, "Fucking go, Cashman." Cashman's already been there. Like that's the thing. Like I mean, that's what's weird is like
it's more so for like Henry,
huh?
For H2O, I'd say. Yeah. That gets him more on the field because he was on the field like 60-70% early on, and they just started pushing him down for some reason.
If he's good, well, I mean, I wonder how hurt he's been playing because he obviously missed this past week. So then he was injured.
Well, it was a concussion. He was a concussion.
Oh, so. Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yes, he should be back.
Is that why he didn't play some of the game before? I didn't see when he got.
Yeah, he got knocked out early.
Huh? Maybe that's why he came out because he got more. When Perriman came back. He still got more work.
Yeah, that was initially because remember Perriman came back with the club on his joint.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, was it literally? I mean, I guess I can go look, but I feel like it might have been just this last game. I mean, well, not last 2 games ago when he got El Concusto. Then maybe that's why he only played 40% of the snaps because I didn't see when he left the game.
Yeah,
but yeah, Cashman. I mean, he's someone who's been trash on the Jets and like literally been on like I don't even know if he's been on practice squads or just like 4-string linebacker on like the Vikings and shit like that.
And what's cool about it too is like if he spent a little bit of time with Saleh, so like what I mean, it's like he's a system guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he might not have balled with Saleh, but like because he might not have got on the field like that. He was behind Mosley and Quincy and.
The only time he balled when he was with the Jets was when there was injuries, but he did ball out. It was like, I don't know, it might have been Mosley or Quincy or who the fuck knows, missed like 2 games or something. And he played 2 games and he got like 15 or 20 points in back-to-back games. And then whoever it was who got injured came back and he was playing like nothing pretty much.
Yeah.
This is cool. I mean, this is, that's pretty cool for a guy like D'Amico to find a diamond in the rough, someone who's, been a glorified backup and journeyman.
He's up there, right? He's like 27, 28.
Yeah, I think he's like 27, 28. And I guess that's not, super old necessarily, but he came into the league at 23, 24. He's already made it past the first 4 years or whatever.
Yeah, it could be similar to like an Olakun situation where he was just kind of like behind these other dudes. Pause.
He turned 27 this year in May.
Okay, so he's pretty young.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, 2019. So this is his 5th year. Fifth round pick. I wonder he hits up a Saleh and asks him about him.
Sure. And when you're a team that was the Texans and then you have a new head coach and all this shit, right? It's hard to just draw people in. So you know what I mean? Like that's why a lot of times they'll bring in guys that played in their system prior or played under another staff. That, you know what I'm saying? Like in this case, Cashman. You know what I mean? Couple years under solid systems. So he's like, okay, yeah, you can come play over here, fit right in. Aziz Al-Shair, one of our linebacker coaches, I think it was, went over to Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like brought over Al-Shair. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like this shit actually works.
Bake said Tomlin was always seen yelling at Najee after almost every crappy running attempt. Warren's a bruiser, and Najee's a bonus hole when it comes to getting hit.
I don't know about Warren's a bruiser. He's more explosive, if anything.
Yeah, and I guess let's even see what the difference is on just their season stats so far.
I don't think the stats will be too far off, but the workload is the touches are lopsided in Najee's favor for sure.
I mean, we would think, but let's see, because I really have no idea. So let's see. So he's 116 yards, 116 attempts, 464 yards. So 4 yards a carry, 3 TDs, 18 receptions for 115 yards. Let's see. So that's, what's that, 134 total touches.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then we got 71 attempts for 364. So that's 5 yards a carry. Only two touchdowns. And then 31 receptions. So he has like double the pass work. So 30 has like almost like 40 targets. Yeah, like literally like 100 more yards there and no touchdowns. So
insane.
Let's see.
If only we could morph them into one.
So Najee's got 579 yards. Warren's got 582.
Oh shit.
And the discrepancies through the pass work. Like if Najee was getting pass work like this, would we see some kind of shift? Who the hell knows? And then 134 touches as opposed to 102.
And who do they got this week? They got the Browns.
24% difference.
Then this is like the bad matchup to start him. I mean, to fucking name him the starter again.
Yeah.
They're like a legit good run defense.
The best right now.
Yeah. Like legit. Like it's not one of those fugazi ones where they were like running up against like no running backs or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you look at their schedule, they then ran through some running backs.
And I mean, you look at a lot of these games. I mean, shit. Like Warren only has 2 games where he's gone over 41 yards rushing.
Yeah, they usually come on like big 8, 9, 10, 12 yard rushes. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's literally this week versus Tennessee last week because it was a good average last week, and then versus the Rams in week 7. Outside of that, I mean, those are like literally 3 outlier games that we can like look at. Outside of that, his game's not really been too good either.
I think what hurts Najee's case the most is like, of course, they look at some form of analytics and like they should have been able to run on him harder. Green Bay sucks against the run. You know
I mean, they put up. I mean, 2 guys put up 290 or 190 on them, or like 190. Shit.
Okay, my bad. I didn't even know they
put up. Jalen Warren put up 100. Najee put up like 180, like 80 something, like 87 or 86. That's what I don't get. Like, this is a weird game to like name Warren the starter because Najee just had a good game. Warren had a little bit of a better game, but he had 20 more yards than him. Like, I mean, it's nothing.
I guess it's one of those things. Like, it being the Najee truther that I am is like, I guess that was the farthest we could hold it up, hold it back, hold it off. Because this has been going on since the offseason. Them talking about making the possible switch, for whatever that's worth. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, okay. What if Najee starts to produce more in the less role? You know what I mean? Like
probably will. Like that's what's going to be like weird about all this. He probably
or do they just say they go back to the old ways and just feed one guy? You know what I mean? And they're like, sorry, Najee, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's what's weird. It's like ever since Najee got hurt, like last year, they never really did that.
Yeah, and they did go back when Najee got like fully healthy, quote unquote. He was the guy fucking to close the season up, like in the fantasy playoff, like all the work.
And see, and that's what sucks because outside of Cleveland, it's like their next like 3, 4, 5 games, like after that, are all like really good for the running backs. So it fucking sucks. It like makes no sense.
For real.
Wait, I know what this is. Hold on. This is Najee's 3rd year, right?
Yep.
What would they have to do before next year? have to
pick up his 5th-year option.
5th-year option.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is all money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you would deny his 5th-year option, is what you mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You could still. I mean, you could still do what they did to. I mean, not what they did, but Chris, what's his name? Rashad. Rashad Penny. Like you don't pick up his option, but you sign him to a team-friendly 2-year deal. That's really like a Fugazi 1-year deal, it's less than what the 5th-year option would like be.
Yeah, and more than likely that motherfucker would be like, "Fuck that." You know what I mean? I don't know. Running back just got it bad, bro. In today's NFL.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, as far as getting the bag, and I mean, like for example, we're only a couple years removed from Antonio Gibson being that dude. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
And they draft another guy like
2.0, like he literally fucking what?
But and he's not even a 1st-round running back. You know what I mean?
No,
he's a 3rd-round guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like Najee, that was them trying to get a running back for 5 years theoretically. You know what I mean?
He was the only one. I didn't think that anyone was going to get drafted in the 1st round that year. And then Najee and like running backs, no running backs in the 1st round.
Yeah, I mean he was the one that was that year that was set to be he was the 1st-round talent.
I think they caught everyone by surprise because I don't think anyone thought Steelers were going RB, like with their shitty line and like everything that they had.
It's funny because the one true Steelers fan I know is BWB, and that's who he had them taking. He's like, they got to get a run game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but they were sitting at 20-something, so it's like it wasn't like they were going to move up at all. Like, like the Kenny Pickett pick the following year. It's like, well,
same shit, right? Like 20 or 21.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, another draft where I didn't think there was going to be one QB going in the 1st round, and now he's looking like a real bad for. I mean,
it's cheaper to get him in the 1st round. You know what I mean? If they work, you can milk it. If it works out, you can milk it for those years. Because it
depends on how smart you are.
Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts, 2nd-round guy, you only got him for 4 years. He starts to really work. You had to pay him. You know what I mean? There was no option to like try to milk it or no franchise tag or you know what I mean. He's like, I want my deal. You know what I mean?
See, that's what it is. Like it's like teams like the Chiefs with like Patrick Mahomes. Like he still has 2 years left on his initial deal. And they extend him that crazy ass 10 years, but they didn't even have to start paying him for 3 years after they did that because of the way that it all worked.
And then he would still get like 40 or whatever, 40 plus or whatever it is every year, but they comes via cash over cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which I would only think that guys like that love because that just means you're getting more dough at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, we got Juggernaut in the house. It was so funny. I think it was Sunday when you weren't here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you weren't here at the exact moment that Juggernaut came in. And Kiddo was all confused. He's like, fuck, I don't even have a Budweiser right now.
That's funny.
I bet a lot of people forget that was originally from the Budweiser commercial.
They might think it's from the scary movie.
Right. I mean, I was definitely more polarized than the commercial. That's for sure.
They had a bunch of the commercials, but it's like, what's funny is it's one of those things like, man, you really had to be a TV head to remember some of them joints. You know what I mean? They used to have the commercial awards every year. You remember that?
Yeah.
It'd be hosted by like Boomer Esiason or some bullshit.
Now it's like the only good commercials, or at least commercials that we ever talk about. It's just Super Bowl commercials. Because people are going crazy for those. They're spending hella dough on the production and then hella dough on that the Super Bowl spot.
Shit's guap, bruh.
And who is this? Dummy Man Pluto on Twitch. What up? He says, should I trade Saquon for Pollard? I'm 9-1 looking towards the playoffs. If I'm looking towards the playoffs, I don't think I want to buy Pollard. I'm going to go pull up his playoff schedule right now.
I might target like a Ken Walker plus if I could pull that off. Maybe I'll throw in Saquon plus something. You know what I mean? Maybe because people I guess you're not down on Ken Walker after that last game, but if you watch that game, it was really just the one big run. He's been super big play dependent, but I'd almost rather I just don't want to have a running back on a bad offense.
Right.
Like I don't even want Derrick Henry in that aspect, even though. But how about that? Go get Derrick Henry because at least he has like a cakey playoff schedule. You know what I mean?
Somewhat. I mean, Houston. I mean, they used to be cake, right? And now they're just not as much as they were. See, I guess what sucks about Pollard is the Detroit matchup and the Philly matchup. It's like the week before the playoffs and then the championship week, like versus Detroit, because Detroit's been holding people down. I guess outside of that, it's actually pretty good. But those are two tough matchups, like bookending, like, you know, week before the playoffs. And I mean, you're 9-1, so maybe losing there doesn't matter. But yeah, that week 17 versus Detroit. That's not good. Let him know, Dennis. He said, come join on the Fantasy Football Funk channel. I'm throwing the link in the chat so peeps can get over there. Yeah, you the man, Dennis. Go join on the Fantasy Football Funk channel. We're really trying to migrate as many people as possible over there. It's really trying to monetize that one because, yeah, man, they're holding down our main channel. We did not get the memberships back. Hey, Peacock's in the house. What up? Jake said, go get A-Chain. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm nervous about paying up for him, though, and how much he gets hurt.
I'll do it. I'd rather have him than Saquon. It's kind of simple as that for me. Like, I'm okay being wrong about Saquon, but I think the likelihood of Saquon being, like, really ass the rest of the way is high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just...
Saquon might not be able to buy you A-Chain by himself.
I don't know. Maybe it could be depending on what that manager's record is looking like. Maybe, you know what I mean. Maybe they need because I don't think. Are we getting A-Chain back this week? Is he expected back this week?
I think they opened the window on him. Now, question for you though. Okay, because we all love A-Chain. Do we think that there's any managers out there right now that don't like A-Chain, like they have him on their team and they don't like him?
No.
Right? I mean, if you have him, like, I mean, you know, everybody knows what he's done. Like, he's had like 2 blow up games, and like everyone's waiting for him to get back.
Yeah, but see, that's how much I'm willing to spend to get a fucking I'm willing to spend a Saquon because Saquon still should have some type of, like I said, I guess it's got to be a special case here. Like that person has A-Chain might need like some help here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it all depends on how good or bad their team's doing for sure.
Yeah, and I guess like if that also depends if whether or not that person reads that blurb like, oh, they opened up the window, he's coming back, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right?
Yeah, I can't stand that when people are convinced a certain way. I'm like, it just means that he's open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And most of those blurbs get put on like when you literally click on the player, you know, on whatever platform you're on. Mm-hmm. Those blurbs usually show up there now. Yeah, I just think it's going to be tough to trade for AJ.
Yeah, I mean, maybe go after a B-Rob or something, or...
Yeah. Let's see who has like a really dope schedule of the running backs moving forward. Chargers have a pretty fire schedule, weeks 14 through 17. Well, shit, and they got Green Bay this week, so maybe an Austin Eckler.
Oh, for real? Hell yeah.
It's crazy because outside of week 15 versus the Chiefs, the Patriots have a really money schedule for the running.
I was just gonna say maybe you could get Stevenson plus because he's on a bye week and you can wiggle him off that motherfucker somehow. Pause.
Yeah. But yeah, Derrick Henry definitely up there. Couple people mentioned Ty Chandler. I mean,
but that's like here's the thing. It's just a concussion for Madison. You know what I'm saying? And then like there's the bye week. So
I mean, if you're buying them, I mean you're buying them.
You're buying Ty Chandler plus, man. I mean,
not straight up. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These are just people who have good schedules. The amount that people spend on them would be all different for sure. But these are just like the top 5 schedules moving forward, and then Titans, and then the Browns, and then you can throw the Texans in the mix, but it sucks that their worst games are the playoff games. Like they have pretty money for these next like 3 out of the 4 weeks, and then it's bad during the playoffs. So
shit, Singletary, man, he might be a fucking league winner, bro. If like this Damian Pierce is never like, but Damian Pierce can come back and be a short yardage guy. Like, you know, because like
have to be a league winner going up against Tennessee and Cleveland in week 15, 16, 17.
I mean, as in being like the guy you picked up. Maybe I should say that. Like, you know what I mean?
Someone who gets you to the playoffs, anyways.
Yeah, we're just, you know,
it could be that guy. They got Arizona, Jacksonville, Denver, and the Jets. So
yeah,
I mean, the schedule's pretty money. 3 out of these next 4 games.
Yeah.
Another one that I would throw in there would be the Falcons. They don't have the best like overall schedule for a running back, but 15, 16, and 17, Carolina, Indy, and Chicago. That's money right there, at least for those 3 weeks.
You know what's crazy? Chicago's not money anymore.
Yeah, they were for a minute, and like you missed like 1 out of the 2 guys in the middle. It's like that changed a lot. Tremaine Edmonds being hurt, and
it was weird. It's weird because they've been like super good against the run. I wonder if it's like just they've been playing shitty running backs. That could be because like that Carolina game is going to make them look really good against the run. You know what I mean? So like maybe it's a little fugazi, but yeah, I love that schedule regardless.
And how about this? Here's one more that I see that's just money for the entire playoff schedule, and that's the Eagles, Seattle, Giants, and the Cardinals.
Yep.
Because Seattle's not as bad as they used to be, where they were like top 2, but they're still like in giving up points to the running back. They're still like top 5 in giving up points to the running back.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just on the ground. That's why. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
and then maybe you just wait until after one. Well, I guess the trade deadline's got to make moves now, or it's not going to happen. But yeah, those would be the teams that I'd target for running backs: Chargers, Patriots, Titans, Browns, Falcons, and Eagles. I'd be trying to get the running backs off of those teams if you're trying to make a trade for like luxury, someone who can stay on your bench until the playoffs or something. Jake said Seattle's still a half game up on the Niners. Is it?
I don't know if that's correct.
Let's see.
Not.
Well, I mean, where I'm looking on Google, it has the 49ers at the top, and like they would have just
division right now. But wishful thinking, though, I guess.
It's the same record, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be because they beat the Browns. You know, they go to the strength of competition or whatnot. And then we lost to the Browns. They beat the Browns, so that could be a thing.
All this will get cleared up in 2 weeks because that's when Niners play the Seahawks, right? 2 weeks.
Yep.
There we go.
We'll be ready.
And Peacock said a dream scenario would be to see CJ Stroud wipe the floor with Deshaun Watson in the playoffs. That would be interesting. I mean, shit, as of right now, are the Brown? I mean, I know they're like right in the hunt, but
revenge narrative. What about the revenge narrative? Ooh, it's a whole team wants revenge.
Let's see who would be the teams in right now. Looks like Steelers, Browns.
It's like all 4. Well, I guess the
Bengals are 5-4. They said that I remember seeing the thing last night where it's like they're like just right out of it. I think. Oh yeah, it's because the Texans they beat them. So like yeah, they're that's why they got the one up on them over there. Yeah, crazy that the Bills are 5-5 and not in the top 7 teams record wise right now. That's pretty wild.
You know what's funny is I envision the AFC being deep like this, but not these teams though.
Devo said Seattle lost a division game. That's why. Okay.
Yep.
2 weeks. We'll see. Stevens, I'd love to see Stroud give Watson a massage. I would not. That's not something I would be watching.
Yeah, let me know how that goes, I guess. Remind me.
Triple X Lex say, you guys dropping Judy for Brandon Cooks in a 12-team league? Probably. I mean, fuck. Judy's like, what's wrong with Judy? Is it the Broncos that are wrong with Judy, or is he still hurt? Like, Hell,
Like, cause like, you know, like it's Sutton that draw, like it's always out wide getting the best coverage, and they just go to him. You know what I mean?
is that what Russ is used to?
I mean, like
just hitting those outside guys.
See, that's the thing though, is like Russ has never been the greatest against like man coverage, and that's usually the guys outside. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe if we look really close, maybe it's like it's always the big teams play a lot of zone on them or something. I don't know. Like I haven't. You know what's funny is like when it's ugly, I don't care to look at it. I have a lot of Judy's. Sometimes he gets to my lineup, sometimes he doesn't. Everywhere I have Sutton, which is like 2 places out of like 40 leagues I have to do shit for, he just stays in there. I don't even look at his numbers. I just look at the results. I'm like, all right, good shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those late pickups that's just been working.
And Will said, I have Josh Jacobs on my team. Also got Joe Mixon and Chase was offered Devontae Adams and Watson for Devonta Smith and A-Chain. Should I take it? What's your record? I don't think so. I mean, I
don't know why you need QB. I don't know why you need that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, unless you really have QB woes, like why are you trying to trade for Watson? I'm assuming single QB. And I think I would rather have Devonta Smith over Adams right now because of no Goddard. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So they signed some tight end or something like that. I think he's going to go on the IR. They just haven't made that move yet because they were on the bye, so it like made no difference whether they did it last week or this week.
It wouldn't count yet, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, towards
like
anyway.
The week wouldn't matter. They're not practicing. It's like they're a week off anyways.
He had like a fracture in his forearm bone or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, forearm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't like that. Don't do it. Jake said Bills are frauds. I mean,
I've been saying it for like the last couple of weeks, bro. Like it's just like really like, is it crazy? I was like, call me crazy, but the Bills is like really bad right now.
Their defense is hella suspect. Trey White like literally like makes that defense like that much better. Him not being there is
and then
huge.
Like Micah Hyde's been in and out of the lineup, and then Poyer's. He's just I'm not saying he's showing some age, but it's like he can't do it all back there by himself. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of young corners that can't handle shit.
He is showing age. Like those guys are old. Like they keep getting hurt.
I love him. I don't want to just I love the dude. So.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things. If you're not, and I don't know, like Taylor Rapp's good, DeMar Hamlin's good, but like Micah Hyde and Poyer, like
I really love Taylor Rapp. He's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and like and shout out to Taylor Rapp who shouted us out on the show. Let's show it here.
Hey, what's up? This is Taylor Rapp, and you are listening to the IDP Expert Fantasy Football Hustler.
And this was like back in 2020, he still had the mask on, it's heavy COVID days.
Hell yeah. That shit ain't changed.
Yeah. He said, I just read that the Steelers declared Warren the RB1 going forward. Yes, sir. Yeah. And he said, I made 2 trade offers sending Warren and Thielen for either Evans or Olave. I was trying to upgrade a wide receiver. I still hold Warren. So I think that if you're going to do that trade, I think I want to get 2 wide receivers in return. Get it a 2 for 2. Give up Warren because I'm okay like selling like
high on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just even just selling period. Maybe that's not necessarily selling high, but it is to me. You know what I mean?
Like, if Warren's like a bench player,
and if you could bring back fucking Thielen and Warren, throwing another piece and go after both Olave and Mike Evans. I mean, the dude's not going to have Olave this week. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be helping that guy out in that aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, give him. I mean, Thielen, hopefully you can still sell high on him. You know what I mean? It sucks when like you see like a game on primetime, like everyone watched this game. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You can't hide the truth.
Oh yeah.
It looks bad.
And Steven said Jets would be the best AFC team if A-Rod was healthy. I mean, you're not lying.
The world may never know.
I mean, they're only 2 games behind the Dolphins right now. And I mean, the Dolphins, I mean, we know that their defense is nowhere close to like what the Jets is, but I don't know how close is the Jets offense going to be to the Dolphins offense though, you know, because like I know defense wins championships, but sometimes your offense is so good that teams can't hold them down. Yeah,
They just need to do a soul transfer.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers right into the body of Zach Wilson. Let's go.
It's still hella close, man. Like they still need to win. You know, like the Jets, they got the Bills and
they got the Bills this week. Like, you know, it's crazy.
The next 2 games, Bills and the Dolphins right there. These are fucking huge games for them. They have to win both of these. If they win both of them, Aaron Rodgers comes back.
If they win both of them, they didn't transfer Aaron Rodgers' soul into Zach Wilson already somehow. Dude.
Hey, he's got to go search for the Dembala and go harness the power.
They play in Jersey. How far is Hackensack, New Jersey?
Man, I bet it's not that far. Derek, where you at? Give us some.
Hey, Rodgers is living in Hackensack, isn't he? I'm just trying to tell you.
Man, but yeah, that's good. I mean, these next 2 games are literally going to make or break
the whole time.
These next 2 games are going to make or break the Jets because you go 0-2 in these next 2 games and you're 4-7, you're all but cooked. Like they probably can't even lose another game. Like at that point, because I feel like you might not even be able to be 9-7 and make it in, or 9-8. I mean, and make it in. Like you legit might need to win 10 games to get that 7 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy how it shapes out. And Jay said Tank Dell, Waddle, Puka McLaurin, pick 2. Just remember, don't take a Tuesday answer as the final answer. But I'm gonna be leaning. Let's see. I do like Dell
McLaurin versus the Giants.
Yeah, I mean you got to do that one.
But it sucks because the last time they played it was one of the bad Howell games this year, and he's been fairly consistent. So hopefully, you know, I don't see that happening twice at least, right?
Defensive, divisional game, man. I mean,
it's like, and for me, it's like because on my initial jumping out, I was Dolphin. I've been playing the fucking Waddle and Tank. That's me. But then it's like
I think I'm going Waddle and McLaurin here as of now. Things could change. Just remember it's a Tuesday. But yeah, Waddle versus the Raiders and McLaurin versus the Giants. I mean, screams good things. And what up, Sebastian? He said ESPN, a few others have Keaton as the second RB, not on the Ravens site yet.
It probably rings true.
I mean, they said that they're going to give him like an increased workload this Thursday.
Yep. It's a good matchup for running back too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bengals. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking right now on. Well, you said ESPN and a few others have it, but it's not on the Ravens site. Huh? All right. Well, you know what? Let's just go.
I mean, and to be honest, bro, there is no number 2, number 1. If you ask me, it's just Mitchell's probably just the guy, and then you just hope that Gus Edwards doesn't snake the touchdowns. You know what I mean?
See, it's weird because on the Ravens website, they have Gus Edwards and Justice Hill both as first string.
Yep.
And then they have Keaton Mitchell as third string.
Number 2. Oh, okay.
Well, there's nobody. It's blank in the number 2 spot. But I think it's just because they have 2 people in the number 1 spot.
I think it's
I don't know.
Looks like a job for Bogard scot-free.
Yeah. And what Dennis said, he said that was the Aaron Rodgers soul in that bottle that he dropped last week.
It was tequila, right? Wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, they were like,
gotta be some spirits or something like that.
Yeah, some kind of liquor.
PB
I like
Waivers.
Fucking enjoy the game like regular humans do.
Yeah. And PB and Waivers said A-Chain's a league-winning RB. He could be.
Yeah.
Let's go see what their schedule is. They got Baltimore in week 17, and they got Cowboys in week 16. So not the best schedule. He's got to stay healthy, though. Like that's just that's what this comes down to at this point. Like I love A-Chain, and I'm ready for him to come back so I can play him everywhere that I have him. But I think we got to stop going crazy for him because, like, how many games have they played this year? and he's only done good in 3 because he has not been healthy enough to stay on the field. We need him to be on the field.
One thing about Achane is if you think about the Ravens and the Cowboys, one thing they have done is like give up those big gashing runs. Like I remember the Breece Hall one against the Cowboys, and then I remember the Zach Moss one against the Ravens. You know what I mean? So it can happen because that's what you're looking for an Achane.
I mean, all we do is play the matchups, and all we would say for a guy like Achane, if he's playing, oh yeah, it's a tough matchup. But what have we said about Achane since that second game? Don't even ask us. You just play him. Don't even ask.
I mean, what am I going to be? The guy that breaks it down correctly and is like, says, yeah, he's a sit here because of the matchup. I have 10 bullet points. He checks all the points, but then he just breaks one big one late in the fourth quarter.
Touches, 9 of them are
you told me to sit him.
He has 10 touches.
Brian Robinson.
He has 10 touches. 9 of them are shitty as hell, but then that 170 or 80-yard gash or whatever just makes up for everything.
There was a site, I forget what it was. I used to fuck with this site a lot, but they used to have true yards per carry. So they would remove the big run. Right? Yeah. And they'd be like, but without the big run, and they'd be like, yeah, Derrick Henry only averages like 3.2 yards to carry. But yeah, but out of those one of them times though, he busted a 70-yarder. I mean, his average is like 8 yards a clip. You know what I mean?
That's why fantasy football is so fun, right? Because like you can't predict that kind of shit. You just when it happens, it's exciting. That's why it's so exciting either way. Because like, how many 70-yard runs are we going to see in this entire season?
Man,
like
James
3,
Cook,
4.
James Cook was a fumbling motherfucker yesterday. But then at one point, someone just swipes it out. He just dribbles it back to him. Like that's great.
That was pretty gangster. Like, how do you even do that? He should have just threw it through his legs.
Football at?
He should have threw it through his legs just for the style points, or like around his back just for the style points at that point. Do a spin or something.
Like if you could dribble the ball as a QB behind the line, right? Snap the ball.
Well, the QB couldn't. Well, I guess. Well, yeah, the QB couldn't do
fumble,
that. Right?
Fumble, no.
Well, no. Well, I guess it depends. If nobody swiped it, would it count as a fumble if he wasn't?
Yeah, like you could just drop the ball. It's a fumble. It's not if you know what I mean. You botch that snap, it's a fumble.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because if you throw it, as long as if you throw it down and it's a specific throw down, like that, like downs the play.
Well, yeah,
but I'm just saying it wouldn't be like that.
You'd have to be the baddest motherfucker that knew how to dribble at football. You know what I mean?
And what up, Jarrett? Shout out to the Houdat Nation. What up, bro?
What up?
He said, I'm going to chance it and play B-Rob over Mixon. I like B-Rob's matchup better. Let me hit this dab and we'll pull up the matchups here. Because Mixon versus the Ravens on Thursday night.
And then B-Rob versus the Giants. I get it.
I feel his team. I mean, it's a 10-teamer and his team's stacked.
Okay, I was going to say.
He's got, I know he's got like, this is the one who he only can have like 5 running backs or whatever, 5 wide receivers and shit. He's pretty stacked. I know that.
Because like Mixon does get it all, And like if you watch that game, because I actually went back to watch that fucking. I love the Wolf, you know what I mean? And like it's crazy because man, just the eye test looks better with Gibson on the ground. I hate saying that because I'm a B-Rob shooter. But it's like, does he look better because they get him in limited? You know what I mean? It's like a change. They use him as a change of pace, so to speak. Right. You know what I mean? And then like the matchup was definitely tough for the receivers on the outside against Seattle. So it's like it translated into B-Rob getting 6 receptions. You know what I mean? They don't really do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They haven't really done that with B-Rob, I should say. Like he had like maybe two receptions a game average.
Yeah, this was a definite outlier for the 6 targets and receptions. Yeah, last time B-Rob played the Giants, he actually didn't do anything. Yeah,
no one did nothing.
Yeah, it was just a bad game all around.
I think the Wolf put up 7 points. I think they put up 7 points as a team.
Like Mixon, at least he put up like 15 or 14 or something when he played the Ravens the first time. That was still when Joe Burrow was all fucked up too.
I want to play both of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I know he has other good. Oh, he's got Kamara on the bye and he's got King Henry. Okay. Who's the
Shit,
Titans?
I might play Mixon over
Play the
Henry. I'm
Jag-
crazy. I'm a savage.
Titans play the Jaguars.
Hmm.
Yeah, Henry's been he's been pretty bad over the last couple weeks.
He get outproduced again by Tajay.
I mean, he only had 3 points this past week, so
Yeah, but I think Tajay did. He had like 4. Just say
he had 10 because of the reception. He had 4 receptions for 42 yards.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. You get behind in those games. You know what I mean? Or you got Derrick Henry out there pass prone for the kid.
There you go. Dennis telling Derek to get on both, and Derek says he's on both. Appreciate you, Derek. Yeah, if anything, we'd love for people to be on both. That'd be awesome because we really got to get the fantasy football funk subs up, and we got to get the watch time up. The watch time is the hardest thing. So, like people watching on both, that is like the hugest thing that you could do to helping the funk grow.
You know what we should do?
We
should get you gotta do this. Okay, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
A fish tank, right? the fantasy funky fish, right? And they're just going all day. You just have it stream live. So we can just have hell hours. So when we're not on, the fish are. See that?
Yeah. Maybe what we could do is make because you know how they have the crazy playlists, like not each individual song necessarily, but where it's like a whole ass playlist of one person, and it's like a 5-hour, thing, and it could be like multiple albums or like multiple things like that.
I don't know if that doesn't get us in trouble.
I was gonna say, what if we put some Bogard Scott free stuff on there, and people like, you want a full playlist of like a whole bunch of Bogard?
That's easy. We got full mixtapes that are just straight mixed versions too, just straight fucking 72. Because back then it was like 72 minutes. It was like,
yeah, I feel like as long as it's like you said, not with like the samples or whatever, as long as it's like
well, I guess I can do the mixtapes then because I'm
right, because those are actual beats and stuff. But.
Yeah, I mean, you can do mixes of like unreleased shit before I release them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going back Saturday for sure. Because my daughter's, she's gonna go. It's like her birthday party / her homegirls. They have like this is her best friend. They're like a couple days apart.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do a little thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I'm just gonna hit the lab all day Saturday.
And Tino said, I don't get why we can't play music when they have the music reviews and reaction channels. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but see, you gotta watch those, bro. They don't even play the music.
Well, sometimes they do. Well, okay, so like there's this one dude that I saw who was reviewing Mac Dre.
He might be white lit or something, but see, that's different. That's Mac Dre stuff, though. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
Like it's weird how like they're. I guess when you're an independently released joint, they're not tripping off of you.
Well, yeah, because you're not the ones who are. I mean, it's all the fucking big ass corporate labels. Like those are the ones who are hating on us.
I mean, and even though they flag our shit, is because we have. Like the digital publishing company DistroKid, they just cover everything. You know what I mean? So if somebody's playing our shit, it's gonna get noticed. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's all this AI and all this shit that picks up on that type of shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of a trip when I was looking at my shit, like the GMM network shit. I'm like, oh, I'm getting flagged for Bogart Scott free music. It's annoying.
Wait, you are?
Yeah. The ones that I've played, I'm talking about like
the ones
that are released that have that are legit released. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Because that's one of those things that YouTube even says, like, even if you get permission to like use the songs, they don't want you to do it.
It's because they don't want some other company coming like demanding something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's how you prevent all that shit. I mean, it's the same. It's always been like that with music, bro. Like with radio, you had the college radio stations where you just in the vicinity, you can get the station, right? And those were like the Wild West. You cuss, you can do whatever the fuck you want because it's not Clear Channel. Clear Channel is basically the mainstream. They own the airwaves, right?
Right.
And Clear Channel is also like iHeartRadio, and you know what I mean. They're Clear Channel is the OG one that owns all this shit, right? Pretty sure they morphed into iHeartRadio, actually.
Okay.
But anyways, back in the days, it'd be like, So like it's called payola. You pay somebody, pay the DJ, play my shit. Say I'm an independent artist and I got my shit published. Go play my shit. Here, I'm gonna pay you. Then it gets into rotation somehow because it gets like local traction. And now they're paying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they're paying me because my shit's getting played on these airwaves, but I have publishing to my shit though. I own my shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have to, right? At that point, they can't just like play your shit without paying you, right?
Yeah. So like if there's stories like James Brown, they would never play his records. So you know what he did? Bought a radio station.
Gangster.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm just
shit.
Fuck your rules. I'm gonna make my own rules.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then they try to, they hated on that shit too. They're always gonna find a way.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like to corner it somehow. You know what I mean? Like, gatekeepers and shit. Like, that's why like when they had Pangea, and then Pangea birthed like, other like bandcamp.com and SoundCloud and all these other, you know what I mean? Like these, where it's like, okay, now these independents can go somewhere and collect revenue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the streams and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got in there, they got their hands in those at one point too. The big record, big labels and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. I was watching. There's a movie on Netflix with Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart.
Right.
And Mark Wahlberg. Of
course, Kevin Hart has one with Mark Wahlberg. He just wrote down a list of all the white stars. Like, okay. And then The Rock was in there too. It's like all the white stars.
And Mark Wahlberg's still single and living a crazy ass life. Kevin Hart, they've been like friends forever. And Kevin Hart, like,
my girl,
he's so excited because he had he just dropped a mixtape, and he had it on CD. And Mark Wahlberg, like, now he's with this company. They're a new innovative like tech company, and it's all young kids. And like, oh, where can we hear you on Spotify? He's like, no, you must be on SoundCloud then. No, just on CD. And they're like, might have to ask my dad if he has a CD player if I can. I don't know how I can play this.
What's funny is like CDs are something that'll never be like vintage. You know how like records came back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
records, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? And like, they'll still want to press new records up on vinyl.
Is it true?
You know what I mean?
Is it true?
No one's like, listen, I need to get my shit pressed on the CD. The compact it's not even like the sound is any kind of better on a CD. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. I heard that the sound is better on a vinyl than it is on a CD. It is, right?
I mean, well, because especially if you're a fan of that like warm analog sound and you have the crackle of the needle, like it's a whole entire vibe to it. Like, maybe does it sound better? I'm pretty sure you can have like super high what's it called, super high definition remastered shit like of the Beatles or whatever and make it sound phenomenal, you know what I'm saying, on MP3. You know what I mean? Like, and probably sound just like the record, but the only thing you're missing is that nice little crackle of the needle and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I could necessarily argue that, because that sounds like that sounds like the people.
I've just heard that. I don't know if it's true.
But that's what the people from the culture will say that. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Man, it's just better on vinyl. You know what I mean? Like I got a cousin who's like that. He makes records, they design them, he sells them online. And when I kind of slept on him for a while. He's my younger cousin. He's probably like 28 now. And he's an IT guy. He's one of the youngsters. He's always talking shit because he bought a house early, and you know what I mean, before all the market went crazy, and you know what I'm saying. But anyways, and so he's doing his thing. Still lives in the Bay. It's hella expensive. We all moved out of the Bay, and like and I said, man, so what you be doing, bro? You be working at home? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's awesome. Like, I work both my jobs. I'm like, oh yeah, what do you do? He's like, I make records, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, word, like, because I know he's like a DJ, and I'm like, oh, what do you do, like mixtapes? I'm like, hello, downplaying. He's like, nah, I make like custom records. And then like when he shot me the link, and I was looking, I was like, dang, he sells something for like $1,200.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it'd be like fully custom, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about like random shit, like he specializes like video game albums. And like the trick is getting around. See, you can't sell these things. These are other published things, right? Yeah. So he's taking them digitally, turning them into vinyl, and then the hat, like on the vinyl, has a nice graphic all blasted on it and shit. They're really dope. They're like pieces you can hang up type of shit. But like selling them is a different story. So he has like a whole donation thing where it's like you could like he auctions them and they're like they go off as donations. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because and then like he words them differently, and you know what I mean, like yeah, because that's he's already been like flagged. He's got like
these are prizes and stuff that you could potentially win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like one of one custom like art pieces, like you know what I mean.
Right.
But yeah, but the audio on them is like totally custom. Like people want like he had like this Mega Man one that went for fucking like 1,200, like Mega Man's greatest hits. You know what I mean? Like 16-bit joints. You know, like what I'm talking about the 8-bit. I mean the 8-bit.
Yeah, the original shit.
Yeah.
Tight
nerds, man.
Derek, so Noble, he had practice yesterday. That's why I didn't make the show. His game's not until tomorrow, but that's his game's tomorrow.
Chip. The big chip. You're gonna give hey, when the kids is out there, they're gonna be like, okay, Coach Huss needs to say something. Come out, give him that speech, huh? You got the speech ready?
Nope.
Oh, come on. You gonna wing it?
It's not me. I'm not even one of like the coaches. I'm just there hanging out with Noble.
I want you to look over to the kid next to you.
Yeah, they'd get none of the cool references.
see, that's where you can come into play though. You could just like it's a game of inches. And it's not about how hard you get hit, how hard you can get hit. And then remember when Bobby Boucher came in the middle and just started for every one of them?
It's so good. Because I don't know if you've seen the internship. That's another good one. It's Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. And Vince Vaughn's always given like crazy like old references and like
they don't get into it.
Well, no, he was like, wait,
he's working with millennials.
Yeah, talking about movies from the 80s, talking about Flash Mob or some shit, Flash Dance or whatever the hell. I don't even know what it was, but
I remember back in the late 2000s, like 2008ish, like their era, that was the thing. Flash dancing, flash mobs,
for sure.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, you see it on fucking on TV or some shit. Like it was a Macy's Day Parade, but then there was like an organized flash mob, like fucking jammed up all the traffic. Like only white people can do that, bro.
Ricky Double A, Jacoby Myers, or Hollywood?
Hollywood.
Yeah, now with Kyler back and like, man.
And there was a couple. If you've watched that game, there was a couple like they were just a little off on a couple big plays. You know what I mean? Like potential big plays. There was one that was like a tug too, if I remember correctly. Like, you know what I mean? They'll get back. He was a buy low for a while, like with the anticipation of him coming back. Like, because I wasn't on the side that Kyler would come back. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. So, but I was still telling people, listen, if you want that mindset, go get Hollywood. That guy could be a league winner, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You might be able to sneakily throw him into a package deal right now, like as a throw-in too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Niner said, Bogey, wrong. CDs are coming back in value. He said, but you're right about them never not making new CDs.
Yeah, new shit. Yeah.
He said like, the value of CDs.
Okay, you're right. Maybe I phrased it wrong because I guess CDs that you still have, they're vintage. Yes. You know,
because they're never gonna
read them again.
Yeah. I guess what's tough is like how many CDs are out there that aren't all fucked up and scratched because like literally just playing them, the player would like scratch your shit like over time. If it was like an old player,
dust in it or something,
anything.
Yeah, anything, bro.
Especially if you use it in a portable CD player or something. Like, yeah, that shit's gonna get jacked up. I still have a bunch. I still have like a whole like box of like just like actual CDs.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I even bought like probably like a Mac Dre album. It's probably the last joint I ever bought. Oh no, it was definitely a J album.
And I know with
Magna Carta. I bought the Magna Carta because I think that came out in like 2013. And then I remember we had a Benz at the time. It had a disc changer. And like, listen, I live in Target. And like I used to walk into Target and it'd be like the day of the week that it released, it'd be like $12. I'm like, okay, I'll cop that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love Jay-Z. Felt like yeah, let me cop Jay's new album. Call him Jay like I know him. You know what I mean? I love the new album.
Noni E7 on Twitch said Laporta for Ayuk, and then they also have McBride.
Laporta for
man, why not McBride for Ayuk? Like he's hot right now.
Yeah.
Just try to do that.
And then you don't have you get Laporta the rest of the way, or you'll still have Laporta the rest of the way.
Yeah, because McBride's got his bye. When's their bye? Like week 13 or something?
I don't know. I don't really have too much Cardinals, and I just always like hated Kyler this year. So I don't know. Yeah. I had all the Dobbs though, but now he's Vikings business. So
week 14 is their bye.
Not bad.
Shit. Yeah, if Kyler actually does good, he could swing. He could swing some things for me in this in the best balls because I have him in so many random best balls. I don't really have him anywhere else other than dynasties that I've already had him. So if he actually does good, he may make some of my teams get a lot better, or potentially turn around some of these mid-level teams.
Yep.
Marty said my old man used to spin hot stacks of wax.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it was crazy because my older sister's 9 years older than me, and like her boyfriend for a long time, like her high school sweetheart, he was a DJ and they're part of a crew. You know what I'm saying? So like they would, anytime there's house parties or the parents are out of town for the weekend, they throwing a party. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just remember like it was a whole van or like truck bed that they would just be separate with all the records. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like some most set DJs would just have like whatever, just back then you'd have whatever records you had, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is my hour set right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you just have them in a row, like you'd have them all in the milk crate and shit. Would it just be like in a row? You already know you're gonna go this one, this one, this one.
Yeah, they just have their one crate, but like like this one, they're just throwing a party for like 3 days, so they just had like boom, hella crates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then everybody, the whole crew, there's like 12 of them. They're all DJs. So that shit was dope when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I was all freestyling and shit on the mic. Or like, everyone, because like man, growing up, you were like, you tried to fuck with one of the elements. You know what I mean? Like you was either trying to be MC or a fucking B-boy or a goddamn a tableist. Like not even a DJ. Like motherfuckers want to be a tableist and scratch and be a fucking, you know what I mean? Be a fucking go to the
Sebastian said the CD scratch removers never worked for me. So those, I know they brought a couple CDs for me back to life that where they would play, but it was like they would get fucked up really quick still, like after that. And it was always the portable fucking CD players, because I mean that's what I was using before I had a car and shit. I always had those going to school.
Yeah, by the time I was in high school, freshman year, that was when like fools had burners. So like boom, burning CDs, like you know what I mean, making compilations and shit. And then like the iPods came out, and it was like I remember when the big boys came out, the big boy iPods, like fools would just use those as like hard drives for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Every song that you think of, like those.
Yeah, like 5,000 fucking songs in this motherfucker, and he's just like, hey, let me get them here, plug it in my computer, and I'm gonna grab some joints. You know what I mean? Whole new albums. Like, yeah, one of my best friends growing up, he was part of a crew online, and they were like some of the biggest servers in Northern California, or not Northern California, Northern America, even. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he was the Northern California guy. He had all the bass shit and all the fucking, you know what I mean?
Tight.
I was like, yo, these motherfuckers would kill you, bruh. You know what I mean? And it was crazy.
So what, it was like his shit that was getting uploaded to like LimeWire and like,
exactly. Like he was getting his hands on all the bass shit coming out before it came out. You know what I mean? Engineers were hella cricket back in the day, especially when the Pro Tools came out. Like in the, I had these home studios. Like you know what I'm saying? See, before that,
you to copy the files and all that, or what?
Yeah, or you just burn it on a CD.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or, you know what I mean? And then boom, upload it to your fucking computer, and then that's it. It's out there in the world. Like, because see, before when we got into the early 2000s, there was still like, if you had real money and you're going to like expensive studios, you know what I'm saying? You're recording your shit and to be a DAP tape. Remember, you brought me on one show early on, and it was with Damu.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I'm from the old school days of the DAP tapes. I was like, oh shit, because I was like. Right after that era is when I started making music, and like like they already had switched to like mini disc shit. You know what I mean? But even that was like, you know what I mean? You would have to go somewhere and have someone convert this from the mini disc so I could put it on a CD, unless that studio had the capability of doing that. You know what I mean? And then like it was like once Pro Tools came out, it was like all digital. Like, oh shit, motherfuckers getting that shit stole. You know what I mean? Famously, Jay-Z. And see, even in the mainstream, it's even more crooked because you're in the big studio, someone's just ripping your shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they're getting hella dope for that though, right?
Who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, because the bootleg scene in New York, like who was it? Papoose, right? There's this artist, Papoose. He said like when he was coming up, he was selling his mixtapes and everybody else's shit. You know what I mean?
You just get everyone else's sell
everybody else's shit. Who doesn't? Everybody's selling their shit. And then if you're an artist, you ain't even mad at that. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you know what I mean? Do your thing. You put my music out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the only positive way of looking at it.
Yeah, like G Unit, like the early G Unit.
Yeah,
it was almost exclusive to the streets, and then it would make its way online somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that 50 was doing. He was like making hella mixtapes, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. And you sell them they're selling them on the streets or into like the bodegas and the fucking, you know what I mean? Just the local record stores, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's crazy, man. So many people in a short amount of area, like shit.
Yeah, like
1,000 of those, and you're making like a nice little chunk, right?
So like in the Bay Area, we had like E40 in them, and E40 had an uncle named Uncle St. Charles, right? And Uncle St. Charles, he owned a record store. And Uncle St. Charles, he had a book with all the different record stores across the nation. And they would so it was basically distribution, right? Okay. So they were selling. So like once E40 started making music, he basically told me, all right, here you go. Here's this list of all these record stores across the nation. And while they went touring, like independently touring, doing clubs and colleges and shit like that, they go into all the record stores, dumping joints on consignment. You know what I mean? So now they have basically had their own distribution. And then like Master P, he came out to the Bay. Same guy, Uncle St. Charles. He saw what he was doing. He said, hey man, how you doing that? Uncle St. Charles laced up Master P. Master P did the same thing, opened up a record store and started selling everybody's albums. You know what I mean? Like under consignment, like legitimately, like all the artists come here, I'll sell you shit. You know what I mean? And alongside selling it with like, Michael Jackson albums and whatever mainstream shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And then Master P started selling his own records, you know what I mean? Like, fuck y'all, I'm making records now too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, then you're kind of double dipping, right?
I love Master P, and I'm from the Bay. A lot of people don't like Master P in the Bay because they say he kind of came in and rip off the whole shit. And it's like, I look at it like he came here and soaked up the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you could say the same thing about Tupac, right? I mean, the reason why he claims Oakland is because that's where he soaked it all up. It's where he learned the game.
He was born in prison, right? In New York, whatever was that fucking Rikers? I don't know, man. His legend has it. Some jail he was born in.
Yeah.
Or at least he was pregnant in the jail. You know what I mean? That's what the legend says, right? Yeah. Then he was like kind of spent a lot of his childhood in Baltimore. Because that's where a lot of that's where that Black Panther chapter was, you know what I'm saying? And then, they obviously big mecca for the Black Panther movement out in Oakland and Berkeley. So they move out that way, you know what I'm saying? And that's, that was the teenage years for him. Cause he was even right before that, he was, you know what I mean? Already trying to rap, and he had the, the New York fucking Gumby and the, you know what I mean? I think he was called MC Fresh or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny because it's like not so humble beginnings, but like, that's the origin stories are always funny like that. And then, like, you know what I mean? He got to Oakland and he links with like the most unique cast of characters. He links with Digital Underground. Yeah. And that's Shock G and I forget the other dude's name, but Shock G, that's Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On the movie, they were showing it where like he'd been touring with them and shit for a minute, but he wanted to put out like his own album.
Oh, Money B. There you go. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Money B and Shock G.
And he goes into the studio and he like he cuts off cuts off Humpty, like they're like he was working on producing, like working the boards on some song.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta talk to you like right now, and like pretty much, I mean, not strong armed, but I would say pretty much he was like, I gotta make this shit or I'm going. And he's like, well, get the fuck out then. And like he wasn't expecting.
I think that part was true though, because he was one of the consultants on the movie. Is Shock G's people.
Okay.
You know, Money B, and like, I'm not sure if Shock G had already passed at this point, but
because he was fucking with them, and then they made the record. But that's what at first he was like playing it tough, like, all right, get the fuck out of here then.
Yeah, that was for the same song. All around the world, the same song. Yeah. He what was it? And then he did like he was doing like conscious shit, because when you're in Oakland, it's some other shit, you know what I mean? And like, you had the pimps and you had the, you know what I mean? But then it was like, you know, he was coming from like this lost adolescence like angle, you know what I mean? Because that, you know what I mean? And so like, you know, you had songs like Brenda's got a baby, and fucking what else? Keep your head up, you know what I mean? Whereas, you know what I mean? Kind of some, and then like he had straight up you know, some straight gangster shit, you know what I mean? Thug life. I guess you can't say gangster, because like he always try to make his own category. Thugs. Thug life.
Yep. JJ on Twitch, he said, you think it's possible for all four AFC North teams to get into the playoffs? It's hella possible.
This is on record for saying this. That's I mean, we might see that. You know what I mean? I think I think the Steelers are the ones that'll be likely to not make it though. If I was to pick,
they will need some things to happen, because either way, with the division games, they're going to eat into each other. There's no way around that. But shit, with like the Bills kind of tanking, you know, like I mean, they're not tanking.
And then there's the Jets, you know what I mean? And then there's the Raiders right now, who are 5-4, which is fucking insane, right? Chargers, where are they at? Are they at 500 right now?
They keep charging it up. Let's see.
Oh yeah, they lost again.
4-5.
4-5. Okay, so you know what I mean. They're not out of it. You know what I mean?
That's what's crazy. It's like the only team that's out of it is the Patriots. Besides that, I mean, Titans are 3-6. That's the next lowest record in the AFC. And then you got the 3, 4, and 5 teams. You got Chargers, Broncos, and the Jets. It's like nobody's really out of it. It just depends on that. Bengals at 5-4. I mean, they're already better than everybody in the AFC West. They're better than everybody in. Well, I mean, you know, outside the division, when we're talking about for the wild cards. Same thing with the East, outside of the top team. I mean, they're there. It's the Texans. Like, that's who has the last playoff spot as of right now, and that's because they literally just beat them.
Yep.
Let's see if the Texans can hold on, because I don't think anyone. I don't even know if Peacock thought that the Texans would be at 5-4, 9 games in.
I think their defense hasn't even played to its full capacity yet, too. So, like, you know what I mean? And like, if there's one thing D'Amico Ryans is good at, it's a per game like scheme. You know what I mean? Like a scheme tailored for this team. You know what I mean? That they're playing against week to week. Like whatever game plan they had against fucking the Bengals is not going to be the same game plan against whoever.
Because they're actually doing pretty good in the points department. 217 total points, and that's more than the Jets, the Patriots, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Jaguars. I mean, that, you know, like they've had their bye as well. Some of those teams that I mentioned have 10 games already. So that's what's a little crazy here. Texans are showing out, man. If D'Amico somehow gets them to the playoffs, he's going to win Coach of the Year.
Yep.
That'd be pretty tight.
I'm trying to think who else would be a shoo-in for Coach of the Year.
I feel like maybe the Eagles. I mean, I know that they've had their little hiccups, but if they legit just like skate through this season with only like 1 or 2 losses, like usually teams that lose the Super Bowl don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, and then he had to replace both of his coordinators, and yeah, I mean, like Shanahan was in line for coach of the year last year just because what he did with the Brock after the fact, you know what I mean, or just all the QB situation and still getting, you know what I mean,
For sure.
yeah.
You make
Yeah,
that team.
I guess D'Amico Ryans is that guy for real. He gets them into the playoffs. He's the coach of the year. Robert Saleh, same thing. You lose to Rodgers, you basically get there with the same team that you already had. They would give him coach of the year, I'm sure.
Because I feel like whoever's coach of the year, it's usually because they over exceeded the expectations like that much more than everybody else.
Exactly. But then again, like I said, even there's instances like where Shanahan was one of the candidates last year. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. He should have been.
Yeah,
you made it to the playoffs with your third string quarterback, you know,
And like, man, you get to the playoffs with Zach Wilson. Me and Rob Saleh, they take a bow.
Yeah, like that would be shit. If he makes it there with, like as Aaron Rodgers getting back or whatever, and they somehow make it into the playoffs, like
I don't know if he's coming back. You know what? I'm gonna change my tune. I'm just gonna wait. I'm not even saying nothing. Just see if they can pull it off somehow this 2 weeks. I'll be like, yeah, okay, he's coming back.
I mean, it seems insane. And like I said, if they lose these next 2 games, like there's no rush at that point, it would seem like, but we can only go off what he's saying. And man, like, I mean, he's been real modest about it. Like it's been Pat McAfee who's like, big up in them on, oh, we're really about to see you back in a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah, he overdoes it. I love it.
At least we know that though.
Like talking about, we got we got some real tough schedule coming up here. We got the Dolphins and the Jets. So what, you gonna be back for that game? Like, he just this was hella funny, man.
Facebook user, what up? Come to YouTube, Fantasy Football Funk. And he said, how we feeling about Mitchell in Baltimore? I own him in 13 of 15 leagues. I mean, yeah, like look at him. They said they're going to give him more work this week. Everyone else,
Chan Light.
Now we're talking about Justice Hill and Gus Edwards as the guys who he needs to beat out, both perennial backups, on the reg. So yeah, he looks real good out there.
Yeah, it's Chan Light.
Yeah, he said people are reaching out for him now, finally. Yeah, for sure. So what, are you in a bunch of dynasty leagues or is that redraft? I mean, I wonder how long you've been holding them in redraft, or do you just pick them up?
It's easy to hold them if you had IRs.
Yeah, that's true.
On IR majority of the year.
Yeah, I feel like you may have had someone better than him though. Like it depends in a redraft how many IR spots you have. I mean, a lot of variables. Joe said, should I try to trade for Pollard? I would have to give up Rachaad White plus Ramondre or Jalen Warren.
Nah,
I'm just gonna hold and not.
Man, that guy's trying to get you.
Yeah. Ha! Triple X Lex said LimeWire gang, taking all the way back. Emil said Napster was my shit. I mean, Napster was the first one for sure. That was the one that kicked it all off. It was still dial-up that I was using, where you had to literally plug into the fucking phone jack and shit.
Yeah, I had the homie that had remember the one I was telling you about. He was a server. He had the cable, all the shit, bro. Like hella early, 2002, 2003, and that LimeWire was the shit. We used to get everything off there. Hella programs, hella torrent sites.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, movies, TV show episodes, whole bunch of porno, like anything.
That shit is like destroy computers, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah, dude.
That shit used to destroy the computers.
And see, it's funny. It's because back then, I mean, I don't know, we didn't know nothing about maintenancing, or anything. Because it would have just been like, just reboot the whole computer, like just completely wipe that shit. But we didn't know nothing.
It's funny because like being growing up where I'm from, we always had someone you can call, like because what I mean, like hella family group working in tech. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like my first studio, I mean, when I got Pro Tools, I was like, okay, you know what I mean, and then like I was trying to, my first thing my uncle says is like, you probably want to get more RAM for this. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And I was like, good call. You know what I mean?
It's all about the RAM.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And my first studio computer was a PC, so that shit was huge. Like a motherfucking goddamn Tim and Two Man Taylor built that shit. You know what I mean?
TS said I traded an iPod Nano I won in a raffle for $0.25 back in the day.
Nice.
I like it.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker.
I mean, what were those? I mean, they were like.
I mean, a quarter used to be like $100 back in the day. You know
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much were the iPod Nanos? Were they like $100
like
or were they
$100.
less or what?
Maybe probably even more than that, bro. The Nanos when they came out, those were the skinny little joints. Remember that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were those the ones you could? Was it 1,000 that you could have on those, or were those one of the bigger ones?
No, those are the thick. Those are the thick ones.
Okay.
The thick ones that look like little mini Game Boys and shit.
Yeah. And either way, he won it in a raffle. Who knows if it was a free raffle? A couple bucks that you threw down, some raffle tickets, but either way, that's an upgrade right there.
Back then, they were making the cars had iPod docks in it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, like
Short lived though.
Yeah, and I mean, now sometimes you'll have the auxiliary, but just no reason. Like shit, Bluetooth is just like every phone has Bluetooth, every car has Bluetooth.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, when did Bluetooth start becoming a thing? 2010, 9?
I was gonna say maybe shortly after that, to where it was like maybe like 2015 or 16, to where it was like every single car fucking had it.
Because I remember the first time I ever heard of Bluetooth was when everyone had them little fucking ear things, right?
Yeah, I used to slang those when I worked at Verizon.
Yeah, and then like when I had my first smartphone, you know, saying I fuck with comics and shit, or at least I used to as a kid. And then my man's like, and I told him I fuck with The Walking Dead. He's like, bro, I got all the comics on my phone. I said, word.
What?
He's like, yeah, he had a Galaxy, right? Like I did. So let me see your phone. Puts it right next to it. And he gave me everything right there. Remember that shit? Used to be the little red screen on the side of the phone. Like a little red little thing on the side of the phone. You put it and then you could like, but you had to turn your Bluetooth on first. And he sent me all. Well, first I had to download this app first, the fucking CBR. It's like a comic book reader or whatever the fuck. So I download that and he just sent me all these issues, like 80 issues.
Yeah, shit.
That shit was tight. In one night, I basically read all of them because you can just swoop it like a page. Like, oh, this is fucking amazing. Yeah, and he was like, "Now you got the app." He's like, "Bro, all you got to do is put your card in there. You could buy all kind of comics." I never bought one.
What Dennis say here? He said, "Hush, you can get the fish tank thing going." What Bogey suggested, do a 24-hour stream and have a watch studio. Bogey said before they did it with music.
Yeah, I mean, we had it's called so allegedly we have a couple stream farms.
What up, Crispy?
What up, Crispy? It's just a couple joints that's just nonstop playing everybody's jams. You know what I mean? Yeah, because like it's not much, but it piles up when you know what I mean.
Yeah, over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then like you could see when you look at like your analytics, you could see like, oh, I'm getting some concentration here in the bay. Oh, that's right. That's our stream farm. You know what I mean? And everywhere else, you're like, oh shit, that's tight. But also like the more and more your shit plays, it drives algorithms. So it's like
yeah.
You just make playlists like and you just hit the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes. Yeah, so like at the studio, like anytime anyone has an old device, just donate it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just got hella shit. Everyone but me because I'm cheap.
Yeah,
everyone has a Spotify, Apple, and fucking Tidal.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have, you know what I mean?
So what? So it's like all those things are going at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might have like 18 devices that are just doing Tidal all day.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because every little bit helps.
Fuck yeah. I mean, because this is what my man, shout out to my man Prime. He'll take like the whatever every quarterly he'll look at it and be like, he'll allocate bread to because you could take $20 and pump a song, $30 pump a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? What I mean by that is like whatever promotion company is offering these packages, right? And then they got hella playlists of like actual people. If they like your shit, they'll put your shit on a list, and if they like it, they'll keep it there. You know what I mean? And these lists get stupid traction, and some people go for these lists specifically for new music, or you know what I mean, whatever the case may be. But yeah, and that's the one thing about the stream farm too. He's like, you never know, bro. One day someone might be like, hey, fucking, how do I get my song on your list? You know what I mean?
Right.
List is playing all the time. Like, it's just like new forms of radio.
See, that's one thing that was like, it was cool, and then it sucked because it ended up screwing over the channel. But like the songs that we created, the songs that I was putting on there, like people found them and then they started putting them on other playlists.
Yep.
And so that's why I was getting a whole bunch of traction and stuff. And now I had to go delete those. Should have just left them. Like, fuck, if we're never going to get monetized again, I might as well have just left them.
I don't know. As long as there's an option to keep it appealing, you know what I mean? Just here's my thing: we shouldn't have showed that trailer that when they got us, because we almost went for like hella months without getting like where they shut us down midstream.
I don't think it was that. I mean,
I'm just saying, in my opinion, because we were like super clean all the way up in there, like we never did anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's tough because like I don't know if that they could think that like every watch party that we're doing is us watching like literally watching the football game or something. Like I'm not,
I don't know. I don't see. I'm on the side where it's like I think it's more sophisticated than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They just won't really tell us. That's the thing that sucks. It's like another bullshit thing about YouTube. They don't tell us what's really going on. And 4:20 East Coast time. Let's smoke it up. PB and Waivers said, great stream. Appreciate you. Facebook user said the Jets released Michael Carter.
Oh, so it might be the Israel kid is the kid to like, unless they're just gonna force Dalvin Cook, the second guy. And like, what in the fuck are they even doing with Dalvin Cook? You know what I mean? He's not even a relief guy.
PJ jumped in over here, said switching from Twitch to here, can't deal with the ads. So if you're if you're a member over there, you don't get the ads. But yeah, no, that's one thing that.
And if you want to become a member for free, you could do it if you're an Amazon Prime member. Because if you have Amazon Prime, they give you one free $5 subscription, and once a month, and you could use it on us. And there's no sweat off your balls.
Yeah, and then you don't get any of those ads.
Yeah. And every month, use it again.
There you go. And PJ said, I'm picking up a defense in advance for my bye coming up in week 13. Who do you like out of Detroit versus New Orleans or Miami versus Washington? So both teams on the road. I think I like Detroit versus the Saints a little bit more than Miami over Washington. And Evan, he said, I got 2 offers on the table for Saquon, Tank Dell, and David Montgomery, or Debo and James Cook. So it'd be Tank Dell and David Montgomery for Saquon, or Debo and James Cook for Saquon.
I'm not doing any of those.
Yeah, I'm not. It doesn't excite me.
I don't want Saquon. I'm okay being
No. He would be trading off Saquon.
Oh, yeah. I'll do the Tank side.
I'm nervous about Monty.
I'm not.
You don't think so?
Nope. Because, like, if I'm just going to go on history, and first of all, before I say this, I love Monty. He's a routine member of the fantasy fraternity for me. That means he was a part of a winning championship team. And he just tends to be that guy in the wintertime when he's healthy, and we're getting into that time. So I like David Montgomery, bro. And I'll take the Tank side. I mean, listen, I'd rather have Debo over Tank.
Yeah.
But I don't really want James Cook like that. This guy is he's dribbling the ball everywhere.
What if things change with James Cook with the new with whoever starts calling the plays?
So I love Joe Brady. You know what I mean? Joe Brady, he's taken over. You know, Joe Brady, he's a product of Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying?
What was he doing before this?
He was an assistant to Sean Payton in New Orleans, and then he parlayed that into an OC job at LSU. He was the guy responsible for him and Joe Burrow 60 tugs. They went on to go win it, right? And then He gets the OC, parlays that to an OC job with the Panthers, and they brought in Teddy Roosevelt. Right, it's the first year without Cam Newton. They bring in Teddy Roosevelt, and then CMC went down, but Mike Davis finished as a back end RB1. I think it was like RB11 on that year, and then that system produced 3 receivers that were either 25 or better. So he had 3 in the top 25 because I think the one that was at 25 was Robbie Anderson, but it was Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis fucking Samuel. So like, this is just for fantasy. That's why why I'm bringing all this up. Like I wanted Joe Brady to be the guy. I was like, fuck Ken Dorsey. Because they hired Joe Brady in the offseason last year. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, this is dope. And then they had him as like a QB coach or something. So I forget what he was. He might have even just been an OC assistant. But this is really exciting. I like this. You need change. This is good change.
And Marty said, come on, subs. He said, no ads and the sick emojis. Yeah, I mean, Twitch has everything that we wanted to have on YouTube, but we can't have it. And yeah, and you're able to get it by linking up your Amazon Prime. But yeah, jump over to Twitch. I'll throw the link in there. Because, yeah, that's the closest thing that we got to how it used to be on YouTube. There we go. Derek coming in on Twitch. Salute on Twitch. Let's get it. And let's see. What were the other? I saw 2 questions here. Oh, it was the dude with all those leagues. He said one's a redraft. I traded him for 4 weeks ago for Elijah Moore. And then the other 12 leagues are dynasty. So he's had them. Okay.
Good trade.
Sebastian said, if he goes this week, do you drop Rice or Pop Douglas? I'll drop
Douglas. Easy.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's funny. It's like, how does he even have a nickname? He ain't shit.
Yeah.
Pop Douglas. Get the fuck out of here.
Texas.
It's me, DeMario.
Texas TV said, what up? Was that a dream or did the 5-5 hit for me last night? Well, you already know that your PayPal account has grown and got money in it from hitting that 5-5. How wild was that?
Yeah,
that's how fluky the fucking game was that a 5-5 square ends up hitting. 15-15 game.
I hate it when I'm just so correct and I didn't put any fucking real money on it.
What, that it was going under?
Yeah, it was going under, and it was a trap game for the Bills. I'm just saying it all week. And I liked Russ, and I what I mean? Everything was there. Everything hit except for my Judy call and my Gabe Davis call.
And Texas Stevie said after I bitch about it, hell yeah, he was hella bitching about the 5-5 square. And then when I go to message him this morning, I see a message later from him. It was like, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he jumped in there last night, if I remember correctly. Pretty excited.
Oh, nice. Marty said you can use the emojis on other people's streams too. Nice. That's tight. And these are definitely one of a kind. I mean, these are all the I mean, they call them emotes on Twitch, but I created all these and they're all the same ones that were on YouTube as well. And the more people that we get subscribing over there, the more that we can, add after the fact. And I'm going to go look and see how to add the membership badges over there as well. But yeah, we're going to get Twitch really lit over there. Because, yeah, YouTube sucks. And Derek, you the man. He said, just subbed up again. You the man.
For sure, Derek.
Was it the Amazon Prime? Oh, it's not even showing me over here. It doesn't matter. But either way, if you got an Amazon Prime, you can sub up for free. That's the coolest part about Twitch. And Texan Stevie said, finally a 2, a 5, or an 8 hit for me. I mean, we have had some fluky games just in Monday night and Sunday night this past week. We had a lot of random numbers hitting.
It's different from the days of old where going for 2 was very rare, and or getting a safety obviously is already rare in itself. And like, you know what I'm saying? But like now going for it on 4th down, there's higher scores, less field goals, right? You know, going for 2 is more often these days. So yeah, it definitely broadens the spectrum of those numbers these days. Because maybe I remember before I'd always spend like $200 every year on goddamn Super Bowl squares, and I had never won one, bro, ever. Because I would look at my numbers and be like, man, this is fuck. I had a fucking goddamn 8 and a fucking 5. Like, man, what the fuck?
The best, the one I do multiple boards for the Super Bowl, and Bakes, you don't want to delete Patreon because you're gonna need Patreon still. A lot of stuff is going down over there, but yeah, definitely download Twitch. And fuck, just had a brain fart right now. Totally forgot what I was. Oh yeah, we got a Super Bowl board where every time there's a score, the square wins. And so it's not just at the end of every quarter. And the 0-0 is an automatic winner as well.
Yeah, so like, and you're a winner before the extra point or the 2-point conversion or the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you win when they score the 6, and then there's another winner when they kick the extra point or 2-pointer or whatever.
Yeah,
literally anytime a point is scored, another square is about to win and hit.
Yeah, it might be 7.
And those ones were like 23. Those ones were like $23, and I think each winning square, I think there was like 15 or 16, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it was like 159 or 157, something like that, per winner. So it was a real good come up for peeps on that, because there was the more scores we have, the more people win. So I think there was like 16 or 15 like scores or something. Is what it was. Texan Stevie said extra point isn't easy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, since they moved it back, yeah, we've had like more extra point misses.
How long has it been though? Like, has it been almost 10 years now since they moved it back?
I don't think so. Maybe, but let's go see.
17, 16? Maybe even before that, actually.
2015.
Okay, yeah.
2015 season. Yeah. It's almost 10 years.
Yeah, I remember that season too, though, because motherfuckers were missing, bro. Like, oh shit, fucking the spreads up.
Not a little chip shot. And I guess it's a lot easier to miss on purpose if you're missing some kicks for the mob.
Make it look like an accident.
And Thursday on Twitch said, "What's up with Pollard this year? Do I trade him for Javonte?" What?
It's Tuesday. I'm about to be a dickhead.
Do I trade him for Deontay or keep him and hope he does well against Carolina? We can assume that he would do good against Carolina. Javonte has been pretty solid, though. I mean, that's something that.
Carolina this week?
What?
I'm high as fuck. Who's playing Carolina?
Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, you want to know what's crazy? Man, I'll go pick up Rico Dowdle, bro. I did that shit last week, and I played him in with some bye week fillers.
Yeah,
because I was of the mindset that like, okay, they should fucking mollywop them, like real bad. Then they're like, okay, Rico, get in there for like the second half for real.
So Javonte's only got week 13, 14, and 17, where I'd say like those are like smash matchups for him. Kind of sucks these next 2 weeks. And let's see. I think Pollard over the next 2 weeks are like he actually has 3 weeks of good games.
They're kind of
Noble's in the house. What up, Noble?
What up, young Noble? They were like dinking and dunking their way last night, which was kind of Drew Brees-esque, like older Drew Brees. You know what I mean? When that was like the strength of his arm at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know, the running backs benefit from that. Like, how many receptions did Javonte have last night?
Let's see.
Because this is them coming off of a bye week where it's like, okay, I usually expect this is how they want to look moving forward. This is, you know what I mean?
4 for 31 in a tug.
4 for 31 in a tug.
And 21 attempts on the ground.
Yep. Sounds like a workhorse bell cow type. You know, if we get the targets, then it makes me not scared of the matchup. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm always worried about him just breaking down at one point. You know what I mean?
What the hell? Derek said he's still waiting for Deuce Vaughn to get up in there.
That's crazy.
You think so? Has he even? Is he still in the practice squad? Does he have any attempts? Like he
played in the games. He got a touchdown week 1 against the Giants.
No, I know, but like as of late, like I don't know if I feel like I haven't really seen him do anything as of late.
Rico Suave.
Right?
Suave. Hey. Rico Daro.
Yeah, see, like, look, yeah, I mean, he had 2 touches this past game, and then he didn't have a touch in week 9, 8.
How did the touches break down in that backfield, like between the 3 of them?
Well, I mean, he gets nothing. He had 2 touches, so
yeah, okay. Yeah, they don't even count as snaps for real.
Right.
What did he play? Like 2%?
Yeah, see, let's just look at the snaps. So Tony Pasta, 69% of the snaps.
Of course.
69, dudes.
28 for Dowdle, 28%. And then Luke K and Vaughn both had 6%.
It's like, what did Tony Pasta do with that?
Let's see.
Because you know the Giants haven't been the super duper cake matchup on the ground, really. Because and it's maybe that it could be Fugazi. It is probably Fugazi because like you could just attack them on the outsides.
So Tony Pollard was 15 attempts for 55 yards.
He just get all the drops, huh?
I don't know. He's getting swag points, like he really is.
Did he work in the passing game at all?
He did not.
So did he score any touchdowns? Because that's not any good. I don't want to trade for that guy.
Nah, man, it's 5 points. 5.5 points. Not good at all.
Yeah, Rico put it more than enough because he scored.
Yeah. Yep.
Rico.
What up? He said, what's your asking price for Kamara in redraft? I might try to sell my other RBs or James Cook, Hunt, Charbonnet, Kamara.
Something I need.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that's what's tough. Like, you better be getting 2 players and you better be getting an RB. And I mean, I don't know your wide receivers are, but your RBs are a little shaky.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get why he's moving them because it's a good trade piece to get some attention, right? And even on a bye week. But then you start getting limited to who you're going to talk to. You got to talk to someone who could house this guy on a bye week because you know, I mean, that might narrow your options down if you look at it in that way. Because man, like if I'm trying to win this week, I don't know if I'm trading away pieces that can help me now to get a piece. Like, okay, I just need to win. I get Kamara next week. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you might just be in that position already. Just hold on, try to win this week. You know what I mean? You got Kamara back. If that was the case, I might even move one of my other running backs and try to get. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, but to answer the question. If I need a receiver, I'm going after like Garrett Wilson. I'm going after, I don't know, T. Higgins plus, because I know I'm not going to have T. Higgins this week, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, Terry McLaurin plus, maybe. You got to get creative here. Maybe go get Brian Robinson plus some kind of receiver. I don't know. Brian Robinson, Jerry Jeudy or some bullshit. You got to, you know what I mean? You can't get way too greedy. Because you might have missed the boat on that. This might have been like a last week trade where like this person has the allure of having them to play right away.
Right.
Versus waiting.
And Wormica on Twitch said, what do you think about Pittman and Edwards for Mike Evans and Mixon? I have RBs like Montgomery and A-Chain. I'm really looking for better wide receivers. I mean, I guess trading off Pittman to bring +1 to bring back Evans +1. That's not really improving your wide receivers that much. Like, I don't know. Like if you don't need Edwards and like he's not making a difference to your RBs, bring back Mike Evans and another wide receiver.
Yep. And I'll do that. I'm okay moving Pittman on the bye week, and Pittman's been kind of lackluster.
Yeah. What up, Peacock? Peacock coming over on Twitch. He said, what? Tyro nearly ripped my head off, feeling a bit better, though. What?
What happened?
I don't know.
Tyrell?
He said Chiro? Chiro?
Oh.
I don't know. What are you talking about, Peacock? I'm super high right now.
Coffee? Oh, it's the tree. I think he got the Chiro something. I think
maybe. Let's see. What are you talking about, Peacock? Just throw it in there. Oh, man. And Derek said, "Tell Bogey I don't know about Kamara, but in the dice league, I got Jake Ferguson for him."
I'm good. I'm already dead in there. Like, you just don't make trades when you're dead. It's just like an unwritten rule, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're mathematically eliminated. Mm-hmm. Oh, chiropractor. Okay.
Oh shit. You know what's hella funny is my girl was just saying, she's like, my insurance covers that. She's like, I think I want to start. I'm like, nah, don't do that. Like, I don't know. I was just because first of all, like my brother-in-law swears by it, right? My sister's husband, right? He swears by it. Like, he's like, but it's to the point he's like, he gotta go like once a month to get his fix. And I'm like, are they fixing anything? Like, you know what I mean? Just realign you back up, do whatever the fuck they do. I don't know. And then like, there's I don't know.
I mean, the shit that it's getting rid of is all the air or whatever that's like in there in your spine or whatever. So it's really like
I'm not
a
chiropractor. I'm a doctor.
I think we're just used to like not like, I don't know, like I have to like do little stretches and shit, and you just hear your back like hella crack. And I feel like if I didn't do that for like 3 days straight, it would just like feel hella weird.
You said they kind of get up in there too. They're just they really okay. How about this? There's
I've gone once or twice. That's it. Just once or twice.
This is like on a I think I might have read this on Facebook, but this is like back in the days, bro. Like, easily, like, whenever I was on Facebook, it was like 2010. But like, it was this broad. I think she was a Playboy playmate. She was something. She was hot, but she was some kind of celebrity or whatever. But she went to the chiropractor, and then like they did something to her neck, and then she got like a blood clot and then died. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was because of the chiropractor or whatever. I was just like, I just got spooked. I was like, I'm good.
Peacock said his insurance covers it. He said he couldn't turn his neck. Oh shit! And but see, like after going, like, is it to where you are able to do that?
I mean,
it's realigning like your neck and your spine, right?
Yeah, and I would imagine you kind of like rest on it first before you start really like, all right, let's take this for a test drive. You know what I mean? Like, you just got, you got some work done. You know what I mean? Just kind of might need to chill this first day.
And Brian on YouTube said just traded Kittle for Debo. He said thoughts. My other high end receivers. I have Adams. I could have traded Kittle for Ford, but I went with Debo. But I do need an RB. So the best I have is Jones. I mean, at least he's been doing better since the beginning of the season.
Who's this other tight end now? That's not a bad move.
Yeah, he didn't say who the other tight end was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not
they
bad.
Say he needs a running back. I mean, yeah, I guess it's tough. Like right now, it's like we're not really landing running backs on waivers unless there's injuries. So we got to just be super paying attention. Like at this point.
Yeah, or you gotta
because there's not a lot of people worth even picking up on waivers unless you're in, some kind of shallow league.
Yeah, maybe if people missed out on the Michael Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, I mean.
And Peacock said it's like when your car needs a wheel alignment, you got to go get it fixed and taken care of. Yeah. And Derek said the Ferguson trade is all jokes. He said at this point, he said it's just a run on.
Yeah, I mean, Ferguson is doing his thing though, so you know what I mean.
Marty said the chiropractor videos online scare me because you like see the way that they actually like align everything. Because it looks like they're like snapping your neck, but it's really like aligning your spine and neck.
I'm like, can you imagine like the school for that? It's like, before you're good at it, it's like with the volunteers, people that really got bad cricks in their neck. They're like, yes.
Hey, you practicing on dummies or like,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I remember I had this DJ and he used to always come through fucked up. I was like, what's wrong with your hair, bro? I went to the fucking barber academy because you could go get a free cut. You know what I mean?
And Crispy said, hold on real quick. Give me the funk.
That's right. What else? Get up with the get down.
Bakes. He said, my girl's been going to the chiropractor, says it releases toxins after every session. So I guess that's a good thing.
Ooh.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad thing. Trying to release these toxins.
Remember them crazy motherfuckers used to have those ion patches or like bracelets, and they'd be like, removes all the like this patch you put on the fucking bottom of your foot, and then you peel it off, it's all dark, like that's all the toxins in your body.
Yeah. I've used those before. I have no idea if it fucking worked or not, but
I mean, shit, I got a bunch of shit on my foot. I mean, shit. Well, the reason I bring that up is because like you don't hear about those no more. You know what I mean? It was like all the craze.
Yeah. But it's just like if you go into a sauna or something, may come out in the sweat glands, and you may start hawking up a hella shit, hella loogies and stuff, getting rid of a bunch of mucus. Yeah, that's our body just storing all this extra mucus and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's talking about we eat like fucking like we eat like a credit card's worth of plastic every year or something like that.
Yeah, I was seeing all these
like drinking from plastics and like eating from plastics, and
I'm seeing hell of like TikTok videos and shit, and like just like videos about these all these different gummy companies, and it's like gets rid of the mucus in your lungs is what it does.
Cool.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, sounds man, I might need that. It sounds
right. I'm gonna go look for this, and I think a lot of them they have them on Amazon and stuff. But yeah, I'll share the link if I can find them. But yeah, it sounds super cool, right? Like, what if there's like hella mucus just built up in our lungs, and like using these gummies, and we get rid of that mucus, and it's just like a way cleaner bong hit now.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fucking cool. And Peacock said, yeah, I feel at least 90% better. So I've been going to the chiropractor regularly. I probably won't have a neck issue. What is that? Had I been going to the chiropractor regularly, I probably wouldn't have the neck issue in the first place. Because I feel like, man, there's just like so like when you feel like your body wearing down and shit or whatever, like when you say you're getting old, you can feel it at 40. I feel like a lot of it does have to do with the spine. I
mean, it's all spine and core. It's a spine and your core. Like that's at least what people always told me before I turned 30. They'd be like, "Better take care of your back," and it's all core, bro. It's all core.
Because when I was doing the DDP yoga, like during COVID and all that shit, it's crazy. Like all the bends and shit you do, and like your body just crickling and cracking, like, all over the place, like just doing the stretches.
Yep. Wish I would have gone into yoga. Wish was suckers.
The DDP yoga was, it was different because it didn't feel like you were.
Yoga is one of those things though too. That they like even some like DDPs, whereas like it puts like decades on your life.
Shit, look at like the couple guys that he brought back to life, like Scott Hall, who was like fucking damn near crippled. Like they said he couldn't even get out of bed some days. His bodies were so dead. And like he literally created a program where it was like for super ultra beginners, where it's like literally stretches in your bed. And that's where it starts if you're like, that bad off body wise.
Yeah, well, it is crazy. DDP, like when he was on that motherfucking on Rogan, he just his leg way up there.
Yeah, like man, he's a flexible dude. And like on their videos, like so it's not him in every single video. He's got other like trainers and stuff, and it's like just different moves and motions that you're putting in like every, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all the different intervals or whatever. And like some of the people that he would bring on there, like who knows if like they're really like a success story, like he's saying like they lost 200 pounds or 300 pounds or whatever. But the flexibility that they have, like, man, it's ridiculous.
He put out an ad for all the big old people that could like If you could put your leg over your head, I'll pay you $50.
No, it's the ones where I mean, a lot of them where you're just like bent over and it's like your fucking head's like all the way back behind your knees, almost. Like, man,
Yeah, I can never even do that.
yeah.
I can't even touch my toes standing. Like, you know, straight up. Like if I like, you know what I mean? I can go like to one each. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if you keep it like shoulder width apart and you could like somewhat touch the floor, I feel like you're all right, limber wise. I know there's a bunch of people who can't even do that.
Yep, I'm one of them.
Yeah, I got good at the yoga to where I could like pretty much I could get like my palms like all the way on the ground, like standing up. And Brian said, "Salute, boys." He said, "Puffing on that Mac rib." What?
Nice.
Let's get it. The Mac rib, huh?
Well, yeah,
What is that? What are the genetics?
Yeah.
That sounds like
a hint of molasses.
yeah, I was gonna say it tastes like a little barbecue sauce on it.
The Mac rib.
All right, let's do another dab. We might be getting out of here very shortly.
Yeah, I got
2 hours in.
out that just came through.
What'd you say?
I got some in and out that just came through, so I'm with that.
Nice. Yeah, so and tomorrow, yeah, we'll see. I don't think we're gonna do might not be any. I guess it depends if Bogey goes to the Bay or not. Might not have any shows tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think I think I got that arranged because tomorrow was something for work, so I got that arranged.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be
Okay,
good for
never
those.
mind. So no morning show tomorrow. We should have an afternoon show for FNT. I went to the DMV today and was going and dealing with shit, and there's no walk-ins on any day other than Wednesday.
Who's on the buys this week? The Saints, Patriots.
Tell you right now.
The Rams. Oh no, Rams just had the buy.
Come on. ESPN's website going all slow. Come on. All right, let's see. Who's got week 11? Falcons, Colts, Patriots, Saints.
Yeah, I lost to Denny in the 11 by like 3 points, and it was a stupid Bentley in there.
Damn it.
Makes me mad.
Man, I cannot believe I won in the Green Bowl and hang on there to give Gary his third loss. Stephon Diggs sucking it up. Helped me stay at 3-4. Still alive. It's getting
3 and 4? You mean 4 and 5?
6 and 4. 6 and 4. I'm so fucking high right now that it's making the dyslexia hella kick in. I was looking at the one right below it. I'm 4 and 6 in the multiverse. I'm only one game out of the division. That's the only way I'm making it there. Need a little bit of help. I'm in third place over there. I need Joe Burrow to just like keep killing it, not have games where he's like mediocre. Still alive in the Guillotine League.
Nice.
Took a L in the Guru League. Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Me too, man. Fuck, man. Stupid.
It's nuts that I'm only 2 games out still, but because of the points, I mean, it might as well be 3 games out. That's the only thing that's giving me hope. I'm not still officially eliminated yet. Because the number
I needed that one game, and I'm locked in officially to the playoffs. I've been steady at number 1 the whole year.
Yeah, you're right. It's
But
top heavy.
I dropped that one to go to 8-2. I'm like, that sucks because there's another 8-2 now. I think there's 2 8-2s, other 8-2s.
Nope, there's not.
Oh, it's just me and the other guy.
That bird's a lost.
Oh, word.
Yeah, 8-2, 7-3, 7-3,
Oh,
and then
shit, okay.
And then 4 through 8 are 5-5. And then we got 2 4 and 6 teams. Then I'm 3-7. Yeah, I need to win.
Yeah.
I lost by fucking 3 fucking points. Fucking didn't play Cooks. I could have played Cooks over any wide receiver that I started this week in the flex or anywhere, and I would have won. Man, see, that sucks when you have the winning formula. You just don't play the right piece. because I had it.
I know how that feels.
And Derek said Josh Allen killed me yesterday for the 21, so I lost by 6 points. Ref.
Yeah,
I lost in the
nasty.
My undefeated team comes to an end. I scored 412.
For real?
Yeah. Spencer the Guru put up 450. me and him were actually no, never mind. I was gonna say me and him were the top 2 teams, but excuse me, Bogard scored 432.
I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 16. Okay. I had a couple of teams go over 400. There was one I was trying to think of right now. It was a dude, I think he had like 390 something, 396, and I had like 402. I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, you have way more points than like everybody over here. I was but because of record, I was just alive over there. Damn it. I haven't done I haven't looked at the weekly champions.
Yeah.
Like over here.
I think I might got that one in there.
I was gonna say I'm hoping that I had it somewhere.
Oh, you might got it too, actually, because I
didn't lose
motherfucker at one point, like me. We were just
I
going
didn't
crazy.
lose until now. I was 9-0. So I mean I may have just lost it right there.
Oh, you mean the title? Yeah, not just the highest scoring in the week. Yeah, because the title's the one that has a side bag. Yeah. I think you might have sold that one up already.
Yeah, let me see.
Because I don't know if I beat someone.
Yeah, fuck, I haven't even.
I only lost to you, and I don't know if I have. I don't even think I've ever had the title this year.
No, you started with the week 1.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay, then I lost it to you. Then okay, whatever that was, week 6, week 7, or whatever it was.
Ooh, Derek said Bogey went over 400 in the 18. Caught an L over there.
I'm trying to think where else. Oh, there's one league. I only got in 23. I only have Jalen Hurts, and that's so I didn't have him this week. I lost putting up 350 to like 360 something or whatever the fuck it was. It was a close one, but I was like, damn, I put up 350.
Damn. My team,
like, damn.
Yeah, my team's sucking over here. Yeah, it's not good at all.
Yeah, I'm in purgatory in League 23. I only have 1 QB, and I'm like, damn. If I don't know if I keep trying to win or lose, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I have all my picks there too, so I'm like, okay, let's not do that to this team. You know what I mean?
I know what I'm doing. I'm putting players on the block right now.
What league is that?
18.
Okay.
Derrick Henry on the block, Foreman on the block, Minshew on the block, Debo on the block, Thielen on the block, Jonnu on the block, Najee on the block. Doubt anything good will be coming in there. And I'm not going to put all my defensive players, but I got a shitload of defensive players as well. Let's see if there's anybody on my bench that shouldn't be. Yeah, this one's just fuck. When you have Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins as your QBs, and
yeah, that happened.
I was doomed. I was doomed from the start over here from week 1. I'm somehow 4-6.
He's at the crossroad, huh? He's like, listen, you might fuck around and still keep winning too, bro. This is funny.
No, fuck that. That's why I'm trying.
Do you have any other QBs?
Huh?
Who you rocking with over there at QB?
Gardner Minshew.
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, I have Mahomes, but you know,
okay, yeah,
he's not on the block.
I don't know. I'm still, I don't know. It's crazy. Call me crazy. I feel like you can still go to war. Is your team just hella beat up or something?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know how that goes. That's how I am in League 22.
Well, I mean, just the Aaron Rodgers and fucking Kirk Cousins, man. Like, I mean, yeah, I've been rocking with like Minshew as a Ming shift, and Derrick Henry's been whatever, and yeah, just a lot of issues.
This final stretch is where it's at, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, because the last 4 weeks is always where it's at, bro. As you know what I mean, this is where shit goes crazy. It's like the witch.
Derek, I got Deuce Vaughn over here for you, Derek. I'm throw him on the block just in case. Got some Cowboy fans.
Say, like, you know, Derek's about to say what? Still waiting on that Deuce.
All right. Peacock said Quan on the IR. Oh man. Quan Alexander. He's gotten hurt a few times.
Yeah, they lost all their inside linebackers to the season enders. Quan and fucking who else did they bring in? My man Cole Holcomb.
Yep. So we know what we could do on the Steelers. Corona.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm trying to think right now, who else the fuck do they got? All the other guys I can think of are outside linebackers.
Yeah. Let's go.
We got Aladdin Roberts. I mean, I guess they obviously have guys to back.
Really I mean, that's really it.
Yeah, I just don't know the names, but they definitely have next guys up.
Mark Robinson. That looks like the next man up. He's the backup for both inside linebackers.
There you go.
That'd be the guy. Whoever Mark Robinson is.
Has he been doing anything? Because like Cole Holcomb's been out for a minute, right? A couple weeks now.
Well, but Quan was the starter besides that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, has this guy gone in at all?
Let's see. Nope. Just this past game.
I think one of the linebacker pickups got this week because we didn't really do, but I'd say Sanborn's probably available. Jack Sanborn's
thing. Is Edmonds not going to play again?
I don't know. What's his deal? Is it a knee?
Yeah.
I only got one share of Edmonds.
Yeah, as long as Sanborn is as long as Edmonds is not playing, I mean, Sanborn seems like a smash. All right, one last dab, and then we'll get out of here.
I'll probably pack one more money.
Who the hell is this? Bogard's sweet girlfriend. Who's
That's a motherfucker trying to get me in trouble if my girl's watching.
It's got to be Antonio or something. Who is this?
I think it's it's whatchamacallit. It's my sweet girlfriend. No, it's what was that motherfucker? Paparazzi or something like that.
Who?
I think it was like the paparazzi one, paparazzi help, something like that.
Oh, not a paparazzo.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got the camera there on the profile.
Yeah.
He said my Burrow Chase pick off during their bye week cost me less than Fab. He said it's paying off 5th out of 10th. Should I pay Fab for Diggs or wait?
I would pay Fab to get Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, we're talking about like what's it called? Guillotine League?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that. I might listen. They're gonna I don't know if the offense is gonna be better. I actually, how about this? I think the offense is gonna be better, just based on because it's not gonna be what they were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Joe Brady made Teddy Bridgewater look decent. You know what I mean? This is Josh Allen, so.
Man, my team balled out. I had people on the bench and didn't even matter. I had Mike Evans and Boyd and on the bench, didn't even matter. We got to keep this going. My team's pretty solid right now. Josh Dobbs stepped it up. The only QB that I had was Taysom Hill. I still played Taysom, but in a flex, and I played Josh Dobbs and Brian
what
Robinson.
What did Taysom do this week? Did he score again?
No, he didn't do shit.
Broke the streak.
Yeah, man, do shit. Yeah, Taysom's dead to us. If I mean that's Carr, like man, he's gonna have the time to recover. So if it's him, we like it, but man, it really hurt that it was Jameis. Oh yeah, and I got Kincaid over here as well. Yeah, my team's pretty solid for
better for everyone else though. Like Jameis is way better for that offense, like for Olaves and Rashid Rice or whatever is Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Derek said Jordan Love lands on the injury reserve. Oh man, Jordan Hicks.
Oh no, what happened? Oh, you know what it is? It's because it's like if this is the time of year for those losing teams, you get a little boo-boo. You're like, hi, Army. Probably have some type of injury, but I'm just saying, like those veterans don't Wait, oh, actually, hold on. Jordan Hicks, he's on the Vikings now, or he's on the Cardinals?
He's on the Vikings.
Oh, then that's a real injury.
Yeah, Marty said he had to get surgery.
Oh, that's a real injury. That's funny. I was hella downplaying because I forgot he's on the motherfucking. Where was he last year? Actually, he was on the Eagles. Huh? He ain't been on the Cardinals in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. That shit's funny.
Brian Osimo finally. God fucking damn it. He's been beat up too all year.
Yeah.
Now Ivan Pace thing, that shit came and went, huh?
Real quick.
Like, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I dropped him in a couple of dynasty leagues because I couldn't house him.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really house backups. Like, I got like nothing but starters on my bench. Couldn't really house those guys.
Like, there's spots I have Devin Lloyd and I have Chad Munn. Right? Like, I'll do stuff like that.
That's what's crazy. I even dropped Muma in a couple places.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't house him.
Because he's really only useful if there's no Devin Lloyd. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I have Devin Lloyd over there. And like, man, it's like if it comes to it, I'll get him. I'll just, I'll go bid on him like everybody else. Unless someone's crazy enough to hold them. Oh, Marty said they got barred too. He said Pace, the green dot not going anywhere. Yeah, he's just not handling for in the stat category more often than not. It's really
that's what I meant by came and went, because he like blew up early and then
he's probably good. He's probably good in real life if he has the green dot, but just
for sure. Brian Flores, middle linebacker shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cruz on YouTube said 7-3 half PPR. Jackson, Gibbs, A-Chain, Kyren, Pollard, Chuba, Algier, Diggs, Lamb, Puka, Tank, Dotson, Ferguson, McBride, Purdy. Trade Lamar and start Purdy or ride with Lamar.
Lamar for what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, what can you get for him?
I'm just in the vacuum. Yeah, I'll trade Lamar for something I need.
And then he said Puka or Tank in the flex. I'm leaning Tank on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Bronson said trade Waddle and Tank for Diggs. I feel like I would be trying to buy low on Diggs, like buy lower than.
I'm not sending Waddle in that trade.
Yeah, I want to approach that.
I mean, if I might even just stay put.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I figure out a different way I can get Diggs, bro. Because if I'm going to send Waddle, like, you know what I mean? I feel like Waddle plus something else, not Tank. You know what I mean? Or even Tank plus something else, not Waddle. Yeah, I'm not shit. This might be a good time to like you said, buy as low as possible on Diggs.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Right. Yeah. Stevie B, he'll be back tonight with Dynasty Life. Let me see. What did he say?
Shout out to Stevie B. Shout out to Hammer.
What's the episode tonight? It's all about the Sun God, Mike Evans, Jordan Love, and then, of course, a Q&A. So make sure you guys come back. That'll be at 7 p.m. West Coast time. Big said, how do you value Mixon and Pollard in Dynasty 2024, second for each? I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't sell them.
To buy them for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell them for a second.
And I'm trying to buy them for the sake of I'm going to use them right away. You know what I mean? Like, if I was going to sell them, I'm looking for a team who needs something that's competing. And I'd be like, give me your back end first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be trying to buy them because second's probably not enough. Second and a fourth, second and a fifth. I mean, I'd be sending offers like that to see if they ended up.
I might I'll work it down to a second and a third, and that'd probably be my bottom line.
But it's got to be someone who's like about attempting to rebuild. Because like, or else why would they really make that trade? Because I wouldn't sell it. Like if I'm competing for a championship, I'm not trading either one of them for a second.
And at least Joe Mixon is still like under contract for one more year.
Yeah.
and then like Tony Pasta's on a franchise tag, and you know what I mean. They'll figure their running back situation out. It's a running back, you know what I mean. So I don't really feel safe for the outlook of Pasta like that.
Yeah. And last question here for Bronson. He said, should I trade like JT for Cooper Kupp?
I mean, JT finally got like his workload going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta be team specific on.
Yeah, and like I don't know, fucking, I don't know. I gotta see what's going on with Stafford, man. Like, is he even coming? You know what I mean? This is kind of. Then you gotta hope it's like Carson Wentz isn't like shit.
Yeah. And Brian, he said, would you trade Mahomes for Allen and Hall? I guess I'm not in the business of trading Mahomes away. I just feel like they're gonna figure it out.
If I need a running back, I'll do that. I get a good quarterback, and then I gotta get a running back.
All right, let's get up out of here.
Yeah,
appreciate you guys rocking with us. Go follow the audio podcast. He said, Bake said, you hear that, Bernie Mac? Not worth a 2024 top 3.
Yeah, don't let Bernie Mac get you, man. Bernie Mac is cheap. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he pulls it off. Just don't be that guy. He pulls it off. I've seen Bernie Mac routinely get shit for the low like that. Like, how the fuck does he do that?
Yeah. And so go follow the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. Follow the silver screen breakdowns while you're at it as well. Leave us a 5-star review. And Bogey, let them know.
Hey, you already know. Just check me out everywhere you consume your music. Bogard Scott free. And what are we in? Week 11. Give me money. Let's go.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Everyone in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of Eastside Ho, where they know my name.